Hello, and Twitter friends, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, take a look down below in the description box. For those of you who are watching this live after the live, and you would like to take part in the free mini readings here on my channel, well, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell and all notification alerts, and then you will be notified the moment that I am live and the moment that I am channeling messages here for you, as well as notification when I upload new content on my channel. That being said, intuitive friends, for those of you who are my current subscribers, welcome back. Today, our last and final live here on the channel for 2025 calendar year. Okay. So if you have received a mini reading starting September 19th all the way through Whoa, I just woke up not too long ago, by the way, so my apologies. So if you got a reading on December 19th all the way through December 30th, which was yesterday, then I will not be adding you to the list. But if you have not received a message, a free mini reading, then you are more than welcome to participate, and then I will add you to the list. Of course, I will need to take a look at the 50 plus names that I have on my list here, just to double check that you haven't had a message already. And that's only so that there is a fair and equal amount of, for those who want to participate, right? There's a fair chance, okay? That being said, in Twitter friends, let's take a look here at what's coming through for those of you who are here. Welcome. My apologies. I'm speaking a little low because I don't want to. Hold on one second. I don't want to wake up those who are still sleeping in my household. All right, let's see. Let's make sure that my tone here. Hello, Salema. Salema, I already gave you a reading on December 28th. So take a look at the December 28th live and you will find your reading there. Okay. Salama Watina 1712. Feel free to take a look at the December. Where is it? Yeah, December 28th. You were the fourth person on there. So go back to the December 28th channeled readings there, and then you'll find your reading already there. All right. Thank you so much, my dear. No worries. All right, intuitive friends, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe. Hello, intuitive friends. Welcome back. I'm taking the first 8 subscribers here today. Again, this being the last mini live of 2025. If you already participated in the readings, then you will not be added to today's list. But if you haven't had an opportunity and you would like to take part, then feel free to join. While we wait for those who are interested in the live readings, let's take a look here at some important information. First and foremost, I do have free resources here on the chat list. Those free resources, you will find energy healing, nighttime affirmation, and chakra balancing links. Okay. This is a free live reading for YouTube subscribers. For those of you who would like to have an extended reading, more than the 5-minute mini reading, then all you need to do is drop a super sticker or super chat. Please remember, intuitive friends, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Okay. And the only one question or theme that I'll be channeling today for 5 minutes is goodbye to the old you in 2025 and hello to the new you for the new 2026 year. Okay. The potential new you. So if you're interested in that topic and you would like a free reading, just let me know down below in the chat. Just join the chat list. For those of you who are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, take a look down below in the description box. All my credentials are there, as well as my private reading links, as well as my testimonials. And Twitter friends, if you are interested in... Hello, Irene. How are you, my dear? Oh, you're very welcome. By the way, Irene, I just thought about you yesterday because I will be recording the Divine Counterpart Soulmate Affirmation today. Okay, so I did a little kind of quick teaser on my Instagram. So if you follow me on my Instagram, you'll see it on my stories. But yeah, so it'll be coming out later today. I just need it to be super, super quiet here. And then, yeah, then I will be doing that. So you'll see it. I have the little, and as soon as it's on, Irene, I'll actually place the reel on my story on my Instagram, as well as the link. Okay, so if you guys follow me on my Instagram, you'll be able to see that there. All right, intuitive friends. So thank you so much, Irene, for stopping by and for your support and your kind of like, nudge there. Come on, Lexa, do it, do it, do it. I did it. So I'll be posting it up sometime today. Intuitive friends, if you have a personal question to ask, then all you need to do is join my super chat live in the You Ask and I Answer or the Let's Spill the Tea. Now, those two super chat lives are not free. They do have fees, but if you are interested in 10-minute readings, then those are the lives that you should attend. Hello, Many Lunar 82. Welcome. Alrighty. So Mini Lunar, this live is not to answer personal questions. I have super chat lives that do that. But if you're interested in getting a what you need to say goodbye to in 2025 and hello to the potential new you of 2026, then let me know. So that I can channel messages for you. Okay, so let me know if you're interested in the topic that is in the chat. So I would advise you to read the topic that's in the chat, and if you're interested in that, then I'll definitely give you a free 5-minute reading. Okay, it might or might not. No, it's fine. It's not a problem. If you still want a mini reading, that's fine. It might or might not. I can't guarantee it. It might talk about what you have on your mind or whatever it is, the question that you're asking. But again, I'm not going to answer that question directly. You can come back for my super chat lives where I do a You Ask and I Answer, or I do a let's spill the tea. Okay. So feel free to let me know down below. In the meantime, intuitive friends, I do have the Cafe Astrology free astrology birth chart report. It was free the last time I checked. It's always been free. So I don't expect that to change. I do not have any affiliation or sponsorship connected to Cafe Astrology. I'm just sharing with you the tools that I use, and that would, those of you who are interested in getting a free birth chart report, I've done it with Cafe Astrology and it's very accurate, and it's, of course, if you know the time, the exact time of your birth, then it would even give you more, details. But if you just know your, just like obviously your date of birth and the location, then it will give you information as well. Please note, intuitive friends, that Mini Lunar 82, let me know if you're interested in a free reading, okay? If not, no worries. I'll catch you during the Super Chat lives. For those of you who are here, don't forget there is a legal disclaimer down below in the description box, as well as in the chat. I will call you in the order that you've appeared on the chat list. The legal disclaimer is as follows. Please remember, intuitive friends, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Please remember that readings should never replace professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal advice, or professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal help. My readings are for entertainment purposes only and are not replacements for getting licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, or legal advice. If you received a mini reading from December 19th through December 30th, I will not add you to the list. But those of you who have not received a free reading yet, feel free to add your name in the chat. I will only be taking the first 8 subscribers. Again, the first 8 subscribers only. In the chat, intuitive friends, you will find free resources. I have my energy healing link free, as well as the nighttime affirmation, as well as the chakra balancing, all free tools for you to use if you so choose. That being said, Mini Lunar 82, you are the first person on the list, and I'll be giving you a free mini reading. All right, Mini Lunar, just a reminder here that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Okay, there we go. These messages are for entertainment purposes only. And just a reminder here, Mini Lunar, it's important for you to remain subscribed to the channel so that you can always come back and get free mini readings here on my channel. Okay, that being said, let's take a look at what you may be potentially needing to say goodbye to, or what you should, or what's coming through, what you may already be saying goodbye to. Sorry, just making sure that this is nice and there we go, pretty there. All right, Ace. All right, my apologies, Mini Lunar. Let's see what's coming through. What you need to say goodbye to, or what you should, here in 2025. Closing chapters. And the chapter that you may be potentially closing here right now in 2025 is the wounded heart. Now, the wounded heart here says, it says, acknowledge and tend to past emotional wounds. Healing begins with self-compassion. So the wounded heart is talking about you letting go these instances, situations, circumstances, events in 2025 that may have caused or reopened wounds. These could have been past old wounds. These could have been new wounds in 2025. But whatever it is, you want to say goodbye or cut the cords connected to those people, situation, circumstance, events, environments that may have caused a broken heart, pain, grief, loss, things that you may have felt have been or were unfair in 2025. This message here is reminding you that you need to use the following. Use the heart chakra healing, okay? The frequency of 639 hertz in order for you to start residually letting go of the pain, the sorrow, that trapped heartbreak that may be blocking your heart chakra. Okay? Sometimes it's a little challenging. Sometimes it's challenging to let go of those things. But again, only you have the choice to do so. Okay? You can also listen to the Ho'oponopono frequency, chant, all right, while you're listening to the heart chakra frequency of 639 hertz in order to residually let go of those experiences. Hello, and Kita Moore, welcome. If you're interested in a reading, please let me know and I'll add you to the list. Twitter friends, I'm only taking the first 8 subscribers. All right, let's see what else you need to be saying or that you may be saying goodbye here, Mini Lunar, in 2025. What you can be potentially saying goodbye to or hello to. And you have here community. You may feel like you are alone in this process of healing. You may feel like you are going through this experience alone. This is talking about needing to align yourself to a supportive community, whether the supportive community is a therapist, a counselor, a licensed person that can guide you through the healing process that you need or that you would like to uncover, discover, unblock in your life. Great idea to find the support. So again, this is talking about therapist, counselor, licensed person that can help guide you through the steps needed in order for you to heal these situations, circumstances or events, old hurts and pain from the past or recent past. So that's number 1. So validation confirmation, if you are already in the process of receiving that type of therapeutic advice or, support, okay? Second thing here, reaching out to your loved ones, family, or friends that you feel very close and connected to. All right. That is going to also help you here to connect with that community of your support system that you trust and that you feel safe with. The third and final one that I'm getting here is the community of the ethereal, meaning connecting more to your higher self, making the time to meditate and to connect with your ethereal guides, with your higher self, with your guardian angel, with the universe, with creator, whatever title that you want to place, but it's connecting to that soul connection. So taking 5 minutes at the beginning of your morning, listening to the 30 minutes of the 7 chakras, okay, would be a great suggestion, followed by the energy healing that I've listed here on the chat. Okay, so doing that first thing in the morning. And then when you go to sleep at night, same thing. Connect, meditate, listen to the chakra frequencies to help you align and unblock, okay, energy centers that may be blocked or may need alignment or balance. And then listening to the nighttime affirmation that I've also listed as a free resource. Okay. Again, those are additional suggestions there. But that is what this is talking about. You in 2026 aligning and syncing yourself more and more to the community of, like I said, therapists, counselor, medical professionals that are um, experts, okay, in helping people cope with trauma and healing, your friends, family, loved ones that you feel safe and you feel connected to, as well as the ethereal realm, your higher self, through meditation, prayer, or again, listening to sound healing, doing daily affirmations, and so forth. All right, let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you. What are you saying hello to? You're saying hello to taking care of yourself. So, Mini Lunar 82. This is not about other people. This is not about pointing the finger to other people, situations, circumstances, or events. This is about you looking in the mirror and saying to yourself, what lesson do I keep not learning? What lesson am I overlooking? Why am I attracting the people, the situations, and the circumstances that I've attracted in 2025? What is it about myself that I keep continuing to either think a certain way, move in a certain way, make certain decisions in a certain way? What about me is not completely whole and healed that I keep attracting whatever may be on this kind of hamster wheel type of energy? One way for you to get to the bottom of that answer with the person who unfolds is by you taking the self care and pouring the self care into you. Okay. Allowing yourself to cut the cords from self sabotaging thoughts, limited belief, or self worth issues that may have been, again, connected to some type of trauma from either your childhood or from the past or recent past. So, what is it about you, right, internally here, that is causing you to either stay in relationships or connections that are no longer beneficial for you? Okay. What is it about yourself? So that you can heal that again through therapy, counselor, okay, medical experts that can guide you through that trauma and through that healing, as well as friends, family, loved ones, and support from your community, right, as well as your ethereal community. Last but not least, let's take a look here at your last and final card. And Twitter friends, if you are joining the live, welcome. I will be adding you to the list if you are interested in being added to the list. Remember, in Twitter friends, if you are interested in finding out what chapters you are closing here for 2025 and the potential new you, where you're going to be opening new chapters in 2026, then these messages are for you. If you're looking for an answer to a specific question, then join me during my super chat lives. If you want a more than a 5-minute reading, then feel free to drop a super sticker or a super chat. All right, Mina, or I should say Mini Lunar 82, your last and final. Look at that. Endless cycles. I talked about that hamster wheel effect that may be happening here, or that may have been happening here, whether in 2025 or in just cycles. You've just been on a constant doing the same thing, operating in the same way, moving in the same way, and attracting the same type of energy. So, endless cycle, this 2025, this last day of 2025, it's very important for you to start working on energetically releasing these situations, circumstances, or events by doing energetic forgiveness as well. The Ho'oponopono prayer is energetic forgiveness. It's not telling you to pick up the phone. It's not telling you to reach out to anyone. It's you closing the chapters on your own terms and in your own, the privacy of your own home, and allowing yourself to detach, okay, from those things that no longer serve you. It says here, you may find yourself repeatedly resisting certain truths. Sound familiar? I talked about that hamster wheel effect. It says, you may find yourself repeatedly resisting certain truths, leading to feelings of exhaustion and limitation. Okay? So again, self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs. Listen carefully. It's time to decide to live authentically for yourself, embracing your passion. By making this change, the world around you will begin to follow suit. Why? Because where your mind goes, energy flows, and what you think about, you bring about. What you believe, your mind perceives. So if you keep hanging on to a victim or martyr mindset, or hanging on to limited beliefs and trapped into self sabotaging thoughts, then that's what you're going to continue to perpetuate in your energy field. Even if you're saying to yourself, well, I want to move in a different direction. But if your energy is still spiraling that type of frequency, that is what will continue. So in 2026, this is saying it's time for you to break the cycle. Okay. It says, by making this change, the world around you will begin to follow suit, breaking the cycle and fostering transformation. And of course, that begins with you. And the consistency of that also depends on you. Mini Lunar, I hope these messages have been insightful. Remember that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you again in my lives in 2026. All right, that being said, intuitive friends, thank you so much, Mini Lunar. Up next, I will see who is on the list. But before I jump into the next reading, intuitive friends, please know that I'm only taking the first 7 because now Mini Lunar already had a turn. So that the next 7 subscribers, I will be adding you to the list. And then I will be channeling messages for you, focusing on chapters or saying goodbye to the old you of 2025 and opening a new chapter and saying hello to the new you of 2026. Intuitive friends, please take a look at the monthly readings that are being posted on my channel and take a look at them in the monthly playlist. And I'm channeling messages quarterly here for the year of 2026. All right, intuitive friends, let me see who's here. Let me grab, hold on a second. Oh, I still have some space here, so I could do it here. I will be adding those of you who are interested in getting a free live mini reading. Now, if you're interested in adding more time, then all you need to do is drop a super sticker or a super chat, and I will be more than happy to add more time to your messages and more clarity. Thank you so much, Anika Moore 1503. Thank you so much for your messages. Okay. I'm sorry, not for your messages, for your super. I'm so sorry, not for your messages. Okay, intuitive friends, I'm going to go in the order, okay, in the order that you have come through in that chat list. Okay. So Mini Lunar, thank you so much for tuning in. Mini Lunar 82. Okay. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, and number 8. I'm only taking the first 8 subscribers. So I'm going to go scroll back to the beginning of the live and see who is after Mini Lunar 88, and that is Anika, Anika, Anita Moore. Okay, Anita Moore. Hello, Anita Moore. Thank you so much, Mini Lunar, for your super. Thank you so much for your super sticker, my dear. I appreciate it. Okay, Anika, you are at number 2. At number 3, let's see who's after Anika. After Anika is It's Me, Namira. Hello, Namira. Welcome. It's me, Namira. You are at number 8. What are you doing? Leave it. Leave it. So it's me, Namira. You are at number 3. Okay. Thank you so much for joining. After It's Me, Namira, we have Scorpio 180. Hello. Yes, there's room, Scorpio. You are at number 4. Okay, Scorpio. Scorpio 1180 1180. Welcome. Welcome, Scorpio 1180. Great to see you again. Let's see, intuitive friends, who's after Scorpio at number 5. At number 5. Hello, blessed one. I gave a reading for you last night, so take a look at that live from last night, okay? All right. Up next, and by the way, Anika has a super reading, so I'll be doing that in a minute. And of course, thank you to Mini Lunar for your beautiful super. We have Cinderella. Cinderella Rudinsky. Hello, Cinderella Rudinsky. You are at number 5, my dear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Anika. All right. So basically, thank you. All right. So far I have Anika, It's Me, Namira, Scorpio, 1180, and Cinderella Rudinsky. I have 3 more spaces available. And for those of you who are interested, join now so that I can add you to the list. If not, no worries. I'll come back and add more of you to the list, okay? Minnie Lunar said, thank you again. You did an amazing reading. I know it's entertainment, but it really resonated. Oh, thank you so much, Minnie Lunar. Don't forget to share my YouTube channel link with 3 of your closest friends, people that you feel, or loved ones, people that you feel that may benefit from these messages. Okay, Minnie Lunar? Thank you so much for your beautiful gift. All right, up next, we have Anika. Hello, Ankita it is. It's not Anika. Ankita Moore. Welcome, Ankita Moore. These messages are for entertainment purposes only, okay? And Ankita. All right. And let's see what you may be saying goodbye to. Hello, Nettie P. Welcome, my dear. Yes, you are at number 6. Okay, Nettie? I don't think you've gotten a reading yet, Nettie. So, yeah. Nettie, you are at number 6. Intuitive friends, I only have 2 more spots available. So if you're interested, now is the time to hop on. Anika Moore, I keep saying Anika. And Kita Moore, 1503. Oh, Unkita sounds like that. Unkita. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the pronunciation guidance there. Ankita, yes, Ankita. Okay, Ankita, let's take a look here at what you may be saying goodbye to. And of course, I'm going to give you a super reading for your super chat or your super sticker. So thank you again for that. Let's take a look here, Ankita, what you may be saying goodbye towards, and then the new you 2026, what you're saying hello towards, okay? Let's see. Saying goodbye, Ankita, to, it says here, the prison of regret. The past cannot be rewritten, but your future is still yours to create. Okay. There may be some feelings here, Ankita, that is very much connected to, hello, Sasha, is very much connected to feeling of regret, feelings like I should have done this, I could have done that. Why did I give this person an opportunity? Why is it that, I just keep going in that direction? Kind of ideas or things that are kind of in that energy, right? There could be here kind of like this energy like, oh, what was I thinking? I shouldn't have done this. I should have gone in this direction, or I should have done that. That's how this is coming across here in regards to the prisoner of regret. So there may be some things here that could also be here. This is, yes, Ankita, this is your reading, my dear. Okay, so in your reading, you have the prisoner of regret, what you're saying goodbye to. So there may have been some experiences, situations, circumstances, or events in 2025, or maybe even before 2025, that are very much connected to you saying to yourself, or maybe even thinking, oh, I should have done this, I shouldn't have done that. Why is it that, these things happen to me? I shouldn't have given this person or that opportunity a chance, that type of energy, which may potentially here have created a little bit of this, narrative, right? This kind of like going back to that same type of wording and that same type of mindset and that same type of perspective. Okay. It could also have led here to jaded energy, like not allowing you to try a different avenue or different things because you may have created this sense of being afraid. I'm afraid of getting hurt. I'm afraid of, making the same mistake again. I'm afraid of, going down that path one more time, So this prisoner of regret is saying, listen, you can't change the past. The past happened for a reason. Even if it was unfair, even if it was uncomfortable, even if it was something that hurt your emotions, your feelings, even if it's something that you feel really created this sense of, deep pain or loss or grief, it happened for a reason. It happened for you to see something either in a different way, for you to wake up and see that there is an opportunity here for you to learn from that experience or that challenge, and for you to grow wiser and grow maybe here more maturity in a specific area, and for you to also to trust your power, because I'm getting here that you may be an intuitive person, and your intuition or your gut level feeling may have been kind of trying to stray you in the direction of kind of like get out of that situation or leave that path, and you decided to go against it. Okay, so listening to your own inner power. Let's see what else you may be saying hello or goodbye towards in regards to 2025 as you enter 2026. All right. Now, it's important for you to clear this energy, okay? Ankita, you can take a look at the free resources I have on my chat, on the chat list, and that will give you an opportunity here to start cleansing and clearing and getting yourself back on track, okay? Energetically, okay, in order for you to, again, attract that which you are, the frequency which you are generating. So we want to generate positivity, optimism, okay? All right, let's take a look here. And you have here curious. I'm feeling here with curious. There were people here in the past or recent past that they were very intrigued by you. Now, I don't want to sound, I'm not saying this in a negative way, right? But I need you to understand the perspective that other people were seeing you. And they may have been seeing you as a person who is very generous, very giving, okay? And those people who tend to be givers, unfortunately, tend to attract takers, people who tend to be narcissistic, energy vampires, people who are gaslighters, people who prey, okay, on nice people, okay? So there may be this kind of energy, right? This kind of perspective that you radiate to those type of individuals that are not vibrating at a high optimistic, high vibrational frequency. So you become a magnet. You become a magnet for the people who need light. You become a magnet for the people who don't know how to love themselves, who have issues, who have problems. And so this is saying this intrigue are those people that your light might be attracting. So, what's important here for you to cut the cord and release is your inability to create strong and healthy boundaries. Okay. And what these people do is they latch on and they take from you, whether it's take financially, whether it's they take your energy, whether it's they take your time, whether it's they take your resources, and you so willingly keep giving that to them. So it's important in 2025 for you to place yourself at the top of the list, to create a strong and healthy boundary so people don't feel like they can come and just take from your energy. Okay? So you don't need to dim yourself. What you need to do is continue to shine brighter, but be very careful on, or I should say, selective on who you allow into your energy, who you, sorry, who you allow in your energy field, who you hang around with, who you allow to be part of your life, the environments. So all of that is important. You don't need to dim yourself. You just need to create boundaries. When you say no, it means no. When you say yes, it means yes. And if your no's bother people, then that's their problem. It's not yours. Okay? So you can't feel guilty. And that may also be here. The feeling of feeling guilty, the prisoner, the prison of guilt that you place yourself or you allow yourself to place yourself because people may be guilt tripping you here into doing what they want you to do or navigate you in a path that they want to navigate. Okay. So this is talking about you needing to create a boundary for that. That your no's need to be strong, your no's need to be consistent, your yes need to be strong, and your yes need to be consistent. So whatever it is that you want to do, whatever your heart's desire needs to do, then you do. And if it's saying no, then it's no. And if someone gets offended by it, well, then that's their problem, right? Because you need to look out for yourself. And it's not looking out for yourself in a negative way. It's looking out for yourself in a way that you're doing the self-care that is required and that is needed in order for you to fill your cup. You cannot give from an empty cup, and you can't keep giving just freely to people so that they can take advantage of your generosity and of your beautiful heart. So you need to put a stop to that. Okay. And only you can do that. Okay. Only you can put your foot down and say, you know what, that's enough. All right. So that's the energy here that you need to say goodbye to. That kind of like loosey goosey type of boundary that you don't have or that you don't have strong enough. Okay. Here it says, look at that. The one who whispers. There are things here within you that you wish you could do, that you wish you can say no, or that you wish you can move in a certain way, but you don't. You keep those things to yourself. You keep a little bit introverted when it comes to your own needs. And this is saying, no, it's time for you in 2026 to open up your ability here to self-care for yourself, to put yourself on the same pedestal that you tend to put other people. It's time for you to have your glow up. It's time for you to care for yourself, okay? And to pour back into you. Okay, if it means that you have to say no to everyone dumping their problems, their responsibilities, and their responsibilities on you, and you just can't, whether that's in tangible resources, whether it's giving someone money, giving someone time, giving someone attention, like you got to focus on you. Okay. And so in 2026 is no longer of you being afraid to voice your opinion or afraid of saying no. It's time for you to have your glow up. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at what else is coming through for you. You have here the lady, loyalty, and crossroads. Exactly what I just mentioned. Talk about validation, confirmation. This is exactly what I was talking about. There's a part of you that's very generous. You're very much leaning into your yin energy. You may be a generous person. You may be a person who gives others. Okay, you're maybe the type of person who really puts other people's needs ahead of yours. You have a sense of loyalty that you feel, a sense of responsibility or obligation to love in the way that you like to love. You love unconditionally to others. However, that may result in a problem when you don't allow yourself to put boundaries or to strengthen boundaries that don't allow you to just give it to everyone, right? It's like, for instance, we have doors to our homes, right? And we have locks on those doors to our homes. Why do we have locks on our doors in our homes? Because we don't want just anyone walking into our home. We're very particular who we may want to invite to our home. So in order for anyone to come to my home, number one, I need to invite them. They can't invite themselves. And I need to feel like, okay, you can come and you can visit from this time to this time. It doesn't mean that I'm being a mean person, but I am allowing the people that I want to bring into my world, the people that I want to invite into my home, the people that respect me, that value me, okay? The people who honor the time and energy that I give to them, and they also value me in return. So we have doors and locks on our doors because they help us here to not let everyone in. So this is what this is talking about. Your sense of devotion and dedication to friends, family, and loved ones supersedes the energy and love and unconditional love that you need to give to yourself. And that dynamic is not balanced. You need to place yourself first before you let people, come into your energy field. Okay? Because if not, you wouldn't have locks on your doors, my dear. None of us would. We would just let nilly willy, just let everyone into our house. Yeah, sure, come in. No, we don't do that. And that's the same thing that we don't want to do with our energy. We just don't allow anyone and everyone to take and take and take if it's not the right vibration, the right people, the right community, the right environment. Okay. So very, very important for you to be aware of this so you can shift that in 2026. Okay. Now, what happens when you overgive here, Ontika, is that you become very kind of like not focused on what you want to achieve, on what you want to do. It leaves you drained to your own passions, to your own things that you want to do, to the things that you want to say, to the way that you want to live, the quality of life that you want to live. So it places you into a position where you're not sure. You don't know if you're coming. You don't know if you're going. You don't know if I should or I shouldn't. I do want to say no, but I'm going to say yes because I feel bad, and that whole storyline. So this is telling you here that in order for you to have a symbolically here, right, a new you in 2026, then you need to change this around. You need to cut those cords in order for you to be more in alignment with yourself, okay? By taking care of yourself, doing your meditations first thing in the morning. Again, I have some free resources there in the chat if you would like to use them. They're all free, okay? And right before you go to sleep. And so that's going to help you align your energy field and create a strong boundary. So when you need to say no, you will say no without feeling bad or badly. Okay. So make sure that anytime you are thinking about this, think about that symbolic door that I saw clairvoyantly here to explain how this needs to change in order for you to be able to be in more of an alignment in 2026. All right, let's give you more clarity here. Again, intuitive friends, if you are interested in more time and more clarity on your reading, all you need to do is drop a super and I'll do that. So there you go. You have spotlight, sunglasses, and grounding. All three flipped over. I didn't even have to cut the deck. And that is exactly what I'm telling you. That I said before, what I channeled before is exactly what's happening. Here we go. Why would you do what you do? What is the part of you that allows yourself to be stuck in this prison of regret or prison of guilt or of overgiving or of people pleasing? There's this energy. It says, don't strive for perfectionism. Okay. And it also says, reject imposter syndrome. There's a part of you that you feel badly for others. You feel that you're rejecting others when you're saying no, rather than you thinking about the following. When you don't say no and you need or you want to say no, you are then rejecting yourself. Okay. I don't know why this keeps happening, but my light is perfectly fine, but it keeps spotlighting like that. So when you don't say no to other people, you're saying no to yourself. Okay. So this is again giving validation confirmation here to what I was channeling earlier. Okay. So this part of you that feels guilty, that's so intuitive, empathic, that you feel badly when you put your foot down and you place yourself at the top of the list, that needs to change because there's no guilt involved in self-care and not and voicing your opinion. Okay. There's no such thing as perfection. Okay. We all have our flaws. Okay. And the perfection here in this sense, it's like there's this energy that may be or situation in 2025 that because you have this perspective that everything needs to look a certain way or needs to the outcome needs to be a certain way, there needs to be a release of that type of perfectionism of come here, what is this, what is this, no, leave it. This perfectionism here. Hold on one second. My apologies. Okay, there we go. All right. This perfectionism that everything has to be very perfect. If not, it's not right. Okay. We learn through mistakes. We learn by going through things. Okay. So this is telling you here, um, allow yourself to be open to the energy of, okay, I make a mistake, that's fine. I'll do it better next time. There's also here you being a little bit too critical with yourself as well. You could be a little bit hard on yourself if things don't go to the plan that you have envisioned in your mind. So this is also talking about that energy. Sunglasses, watching, looking, perceptive, stalking. I talked about that. I talked about that intrigue and that curiosity that other people have and that you attract, right? Your light, your generosity, your ability to always say yes, yes, yes. I told you, people who are givers attract takers. So be very vigilant here about, like I said, who you allow or you invite into your energy field or to your energy. This is validation confirmation on what I said at the top of the reading. I feel people really look at you and say, oh, this is a perfect person who's going to give me what I want, or I can manipulate um, in a situation, circumstance, or event. What is it that, where are you getting this, Ace? Ace. I've already gotten up 3 times already, Ace. All right. So again, my apologies here on the interruption. But again, I'm telling you, there are people here who seek out that energy. Okay. Your loyalty, your devotion, your dedication, your friendship, because they're looking at it as a benefit. It benefits them. You see? Okay. Grounding. I said this before, I'll say it again. In order for you to allow yourself to embrace the new you in 2026, you're going to need to ground your energy. Meditation is key, working on your 7 chakras, energy healing, nighttime affirmations. Like I said, I have posted those free resources in the chat. You can take a look at that. That's going to help you ground your energy and allow you to feel more centered and more confident, to have a stronger sense of self, okay? So that you are not in this energy of being confused or, people who may feel that you may be easily manipulated here, okay? My apologies with this light. I don't know, today it's on a roll here. Okay. All right. So that's how this is coming across. All right, here we go. This is better. Okay. There you go. All right. So that's going to help you. Last but not least, let's take a look at this other deck and then we're going to be done with your reading. After Ontika, we have it's me, Nimira. Okay, so it's me, Namira. You are going to be right after Ontika. Look at that. Butterfly. Butterfly just rolled out of the deck for you here. A change for the better. Look at this. A new cycle for you in 2026. Beautiful energy here. As long as you are consistent in the self-care that you need for yourself. And Desk also came out. It says pay attention to your work. Okay, pay attention to where you place. Make sure that you have an even balanced energy. Okay, have a equal balance here in life. Okay, work, family, friends, loved one, your own life. Okay, very, very beautiful. Look at that. You may see even butterflies as symbolisms here for you. Sign, symbol, synchronicities from the universe. Butterflies, feathers, maybe even angel numbers here. I'm getting the angel number 22 because you have 22 here. So you may see angel numbers of 2s or 4s. Okay, pop up because here at the crossroad it says 2, 2. Okay, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. All right. There may be here potentially this energy, okay, that's coming through in 2026. Like, again, I don't know. I just channel messages as a psychic, as a clairvoyant, as a medium. There may be a very good opportunity for you coming out work related. It doesn't have to be work related, but it could be. Remember, butterflies are about new cycles. So there could be a new cycle connected to work, connected to finances, connected to something very important, an important aspect of your life. Okay. Now, butterfly is a new cycle, and you also have pay attention to your work. So again, it may be connected to either your career, your job, your work, your finances, or an area of your life. Okay, could be spiritual, could be family, friends, or loved ones. Last but not least, let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you. Last but not least, you have here the new you for the new 2026 new year, and you have 666, and it says reflect. Okay, Antika, reflect. Reflect on what was said here today in these messages. Allow yourself to be able to listen. Okay, to does this resonate with you? And if it does, again, here there is some type of healing that the brand new you needs to embrace. I said earlier that I feel that you are an empath. Okay, I'm getting empathy there. Okay, caring a lot for other people, but leaving yourself last on the list. You have self-discovery. This new year of 2026, which by the way, you have the number 6 there, of 2026, of you discovering your voice, opening up to your voice, okay? Compassion, awareness, inner peace. It says unexpected changes are on the horizon. And again, very much connected here to this butterfly energy, to this new cycle. Unexpected changes are on the horizon, challenging thoughts and feelings, challenging your thoughts and feelings. Again, the challenge being this prison of regret or prison of guilt that may happen, the overgiving, the people pleasing. It says this is a prime opportunity to reassess your identity. Embrace a mindset shift. Does it sound familiar? This is exactly what I was telling you at the top of the reading. It says opt for optimism, confidence, and trust. Listening to your intuition and understanding your emotions are key to your growth and evolution. I mean, talk about validation, confirmation. Antika, thank you so much for your super. I hope that these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure, Antika, to share my YouTube channel link with your friends, family, loved ones. Just pick 3 people today and share my YouTube link with them so they are able to stop by and to also take part in these free readings. That being said, Antika, thank you again for your love, your loyalty, and your support. Up next, we have It's Me, Nimira. But before we jump into It's Me, Namira's reading, I want to say welcome to those of you who are here in the channel. Welcome, welcome. If you received a message, a mini reading, December 19th, all the way through December 30th, then I will not be adding you to the list today. Okay? Now, if you haven't received a reading, then I'll place you on the list. Now, listen carefully. I only have 8 spots and only 2 are available. So I have to see who came after Nettie, and the 2 people that came after Nettie, okay, Nettie P on the chat list, then those are the 2 people that I'm going to add. Now, I might come back later, okay? I might come back later, but I don't want to make any promises because I am doing the channeled messages for the year, okay, for the quarterly reading. But I might come back later, All right. So if you don't have if you didn't have an opportunity to get a reading now, you might have an opportunity later if I come back to do a free reading. Okay. So let's just keep that in the back of your mind. That being said, intuitive friends, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty. Okay. All right, intuitive friends, thank you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Please make sure that you take a look at your YouTube, your YouTube stuff, right? Why am I saying that? Because some of you are saying that you're not getting the notifications. You should be getting the notifications if you place notifications open or you click on the bell. Like, you literally have to get on and manually do this so that automatically when I get on and do a live, you are notified. But if you haven't turned on that bell or that notification symbol, then it's not going to let you know when I'm on. Okay. And then you're just kind of like miss a lot of opportunities that you could be getting some readings here. Okay. Anika Moore, I want to thank you for your love, your loyalty, and support, and of course, your super chat. All right, let's see here. Because as you guys know, when I'm busy channeling messages, I don't look at my phone. It says my got deleted by YouTube. I want to say an amazing reading. So resonated. Thank you so much, ma'am. Real grateful. Well, thank you so much, Antika. And feel free to share my YouTube channel with like-minded souls, okay? All right. So Nettie, after Nettie, let's see who's here after Nettie. So at Nettie P, I placed you on the list. After Nettie P, we have Sasha Sullivan, but I want to say that I gave a reading to Sasha, I want to say. So let me check my list and let me see, because I think I had said, oh, I haven't seen you in such a long time, Sasha. But I don't know if I gave you a reading. Yeah, Sasha Sullivan, see, December 27th. Okay. Thank you so much, Sasha, for tuning in and stopping by, my love. Greatly appreciate it. So Sasha Sullivan already got a reading. It's me, Namira. You're up next, Namira. I haven't forgotten about you. Don't worry. After Nettie, I have Anika Taki. Let's see. And Anikit. Let's see. Aniket. Yeah, I did this one from this one. Okay. All right. So Aniket 1242. You are at number 7. Okay. I added you to the list. And last but not least, we have Takia. Hello, Takia. You are at number 8. So Takia is here. Welcome, Takia. Takia is the last person on this list. Happy New Year. Hello, Debbie. Welcome, Debbie. Great to see you. By the way, Debbie, I'm going to have another affirmation. Affirmation on my channel. I'm going to record it later on today, so you guys are going to be able to get that. So those of you who are already loving the the nighttime affirmation, for those of you who are interested in the divine counterpart or soulmate affirmation, those are coming through later today. Okay. All right. That being said, that is all I have as far as placements for today. I may come back later. Hello, Healing Journey. Come back later, okay, my dear? You know what? Healing Journey, I'll add you as number 9, okay? So don't go anywhere, okay? but the list is now closed. You're the only person I have here that's not on the list already, so might as well. So healing. Oh, wait, what is the name again? Healing Journey. Healing Journey, you're at number 9. Okay, we're closing the list. Closed session. Okay, intuitive friends, that's it. It's a wrap. Okay. Healing Journey. If you're here, let me know that you're here because I added you as number 9. Okay. Healing Journey. Healing Journey. Let me know you're here. Okay. I don't know if you are, but if you are, give me a thumbs up. All right, intuitive friends. Now let's jump into the rest of the readings. Intuitive friends, it is a quick 5-minute reading, but if you, oh, there you are. Perfect. Don't go anywhere because you are number 9. If you are interested in extending your reading, such as Antika just did, because I do more channeling, give you more clarity, give you more messages, then all you need to do is drop a super sticker or a super chat, and I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Other than that, it'll be a quick 5-minute reading. And up next, we have It's Me, Namira. Hello, Namira. Welcome back to the channel. Namira, just a reminder here that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Okay, Namira? So let's take a look here what you may be saying goodbye towards here in 2025 and what you may be saying hello towards. Okay, so it's me, Namira. You have the fear of love. Okay, it says past hurts can create walls. Be mindful of where you block love from entering your life. Okay, so it's me again. It's me, Namira. Namira, what's coming through for you is there needs to be this awareness here of you saying goodbye to or cutting the cords to the part of you who may be having a fear of intimacy or a fear of abandonment. There's a fear here to love in some way, shape, or form. So 2025, or maybe even before that, you may have been cycling and recycling this type of runner chaser dynamic. Okay, whether you are the runner or whether you are the chaser. Okay, and this could be in different areas of your life. That being said here, oh, by the way, oh, and Takia, hello, Takia. You're very welcome, Takia. Thank you for your super. Okay, for whatever reason, it didn't come up over here, but it came up over there. Hold on one second. All right, there we go. All right, intuitive friends. Thank you so much, Takia, for your super. You'll have an extended reading. So, Namira, what you have here, okay, is this fear. Now, whether it's fear of intimacy or fear of abandonment, either way, this could be saying here 2026 or maybe even before that, you may catch yourself in runner chaser dynamics. It doesn't only have to be in love. Usually we say it's always love related when we're talking about those terms, but this could even be in friendships. This could even be with people, with loved ones, with people that you know. Now, we tend to see them more acutely in, romance, in the area of love, because it requires someone who doesn't know who we are. And then there's that kind of dynamic there, right? So this fear of love is saying you've created a wall. You've created some type of energy here, okay? Jaded energy around you, whether it's because you fear of getting hurt or you fear the vulnerability that it takes in order to love unconditionally. And this could be because you've been hurt in the past. So that makes sense. But what this is saying, it's time for you to cut the cord or release this energy of the fear of. Because if you live in fear, you're going to continue to generate fear. Okay? Remember, what your mind perceives, okay, what your mind believes, your brain perceives, right? So whatever it is that you start believing, your brain is going to believe it too. So if you keep believing and thinking love is bad, the dating scene is horrible. People are no good. No one is, there's no one worth my time out there. Whatever it is, love only hurts. There's no, joy in falling in love because all I do is get a heartbreak. That narrative needs to change, because the more that you recycle that script and that narrative, the more you're going to generate people and situations to create the self fulfilling prophecy of what your perspective is. Okay. So this is saying it's time for you to cut that or release that out of your energy field, whether it's a habit, whether it's conscious or unconsciously. It's time for you to allow yourself to let go of that narrative so that you can find yourself in a new energy in 2026. Because if not, you're going to keep spiraling that type of narrative over and over again. So as I've said to a lot of you here today, take a look at the free resources I have in the chat list. That's number one. Number two, work on your heart chakra. Listen to the heart chakra unblocking solfeggio frequency of 639 hertz. Okay. So when you wake up in the morning, listen to that, or before you go to sleep at night, whatever you want to do it. Place your hands on your heart, close your eyes, listen to it via its ear pods or headsets or whatever, and listen to the heart chakra frequency of 639 hertz. For what? To allow you to unblock it. Okay, there are times, I know because I've done it myself, okay, as an energy practitioner, I've worked on my heart chakra, and as I'm working on my heart chakra, I just feel like crying or tears stream down my face. Allow this to happen. This is your body purging the emotions that need to come out. Okay, the unblocking needs to occur, because the more that you resist, the more that persists this energy of jaded energy or fear of love or fear of intimacy and fear of abandonment. So you got to heal that. You got to work through that. Okay. Before you go to sleep at night, I have a nighttime affirmation. Okay. That you can do right before you go to sleep. It allows you to release and reset yourself as your body is resetting itself as it goes to sleep at night, right? So every time we go to sleep at night, our cells regenerate, okay? So we are also regenerating energetically. So why not do a great, fantastic nighttime affirmation to set you up for that alignment? Not only when you go to sleep, but also when you wake up in the morning. So take a look at that as well. It says, welcome. Look at this. I offer an open door, a warm invitation to step into a space where you are embraced and valued. Okay. If this is talking about love, guess what? I am doing a love affirmation series. Okay. Or a love affirmation. Okay. Which I will be recording later today and I'll be posting on my channel. Do that as well if this is very much resonating with your love life. But you are welcoming. The new you is welcoming a new opportunity, a new door, a new invitation where you're going to generate within yourself the self-love that you need, the self-love that you are required to have for you and value for you, so that you can attract a person who embraces you and values you and is warm to you and is equally as inviting their energy as your energy is inviting to theirs. So there is a match there. Okay. So this welcome is talking about you realigning yourself to that energetic frequency so that you can create that magnet, not only in love, but in all areas of your life. You're welcoming new energy into your world. You're welcoming new energy into your auric field. Okay. So that's super important, because like attracts like. Okay. All right, let's take a look here at your next card, and it says, look at that, the one who whispers. You're no longer going to allow those negative, pessimistic whispers in the back of your mind or in your heart to take you away from the possibility of being more inviting to new people, new situations, new frequencies, new community of like-minded souls. Okay, you're allowing yourself to open up and to stand in your power to create through your self-love and your self-care. You're going to allow yourself to step into your power. Okay, and that's what this is talking about. You're no longer going to keep yourself quiet, or you're no longer going to generate these messages of pessimism that you may be conditioning your mind and your energy towards. Okay, so this new you is saying, that's it. I am opening myself, my wings, like a butterfly. Last but not least, by the way, up next we have Scorpio 1180. Scorpio 1180, you are up next. Intuitive friends, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and drop a rose in the comment section, as well as here in the chat if these messages resonate for you. Last but not least, so Namira, this is going to be a whole new you, okay? You have 1616, and guess what it says? I mean, wow. I love when I channel messages and then we get validation confirmation right in front of our eyes. Readjustment. You need to readjust. Readjust your energy. Readjust your mindset. Readjust your perspective. Readjust the heart chakra. Unblock it. Unblock that heart chakra. Okay? So there you go. The new you will be potentially holding on or embracing overcoming obstacles. That's one of the most important obstacles that you need to overcome here in 2025. Overcoming the obstacle of the fear of intimacy, the fear of attachment, the fear of abandonment, the fear of, codependent, all those fears. You got to get rid of that. Unblocking your heart chakra is super, 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 super important. Listen to the 7 chakra frequencies. Again, free resources in the chat. This says your self-control is strong enough to set things right. You see what I'm saying? What you perceive, what you believe, your mind perceives. Self-control is strong. Your mind is strong to shift this energy in the way that you want to shift this new energy. It says a new romantic, or listen, this is good. I just talked to you about the affirmation that I'm putting up later in regards to the divine counterpart. And guess what? You have that here. What I said earlier, it says a new romantic or platonic friendship is on the horizon, along with the opportunity to reconnect and start anew with someone. It could be someone from your past, or it could be someone who you have had a past life with, meaning reincarnation, meaning someone that feels very familiar, although this person may be brand new to you and you're unfamiliar. Okay. It says, trust that everything will fall into place as you embrace these positive changes. By the way, you have the number 1616. 1 plus 6 is equal to 7. You may see angel numbers connected to the number 1, to the number 6, or the number 7. Namira, please share my YouTube channel with like-minded souls. Please share my YouTube channel link with 3 friends that you feel may benefit from these messages on my channel. That being said, Namira, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. And I look forward to seeing you again throughout 2026 here on my channel. All right. Thank you so much, Namira. Up next, we have Scorpio 1180. But before I jump into Scorpio 1180's messages, I do want to remind you, intuitive friends, if you are new to the channel, welcome. If you're visiting for the first time, welcome. These messages are for entertainment purposes only, but if you are interested in getting a free reading, right now the list is closed, but you could come back at another time. I might come back later, but I don't want to make any promises that I feel that I'm not going to be able to keep, because I have a lot of things that I'm working behind the scenes. One of which is the affirmation that I have for the divine counterparts that I need to record today. So those of you who are interested in opening up that, attraction here in your love life, you can do so. Okay. Um, but intuitive friends, this is easy. All you need to do is subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell. You literally have to get on and turn it on YouTube, and your notification alerts. That's what's going to let you know when I am on, okay, on the channel. So it's super, super, super important for you to be able to do that, okay? And then you're always going to be notified, okay? That being said, intuitive friends, for those of you who are my current subscribers, welcome. Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. Let's say hello to Ascending Universal Butterfly. Welcome, Ascending Universal Butterfly. Thank you so much for being here today. Ascending Universal Butterfly. Hold on a second. Did you get a reading? Yeah, Ascending Butterfly. Yeah, I did on the 19th. Okay. Wanted to make sure. I think I added you at that time. Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Ascending Universal Butterfly. She's here giving us a hand today. All right, intuitive friends, let's take a look here at the messages for Scorpio 1180. Okay. Scorpio 1180, just a reminder that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And let's take a look at what's coming through for you, what you may be saying goodbye to. After Scorpio 1180, we have Cinderella Rodonsky. You are up next, followed by Nettie P, followed by Aniket 1242, followed by Takia, who has a super. So thank you so much for your super. And then last but not least, Healing Journey. All right, let's see what's coming through for you, my dear. Scorpio 1180, what you may be potentially saying goodbye to. Ooh, look at this. Betrayal's scar. Forgiveness is not about condoning. It's about releasing yourself from the burden of pain. You are saying goodbye here, potentially 2025, saying goodbye to the betrayal, the backstabbing, the deception, the lies that people have done, situations, circumstances, events, okay, that have scarred you emotionally, okay, memories, energetically, physically, whatever this may be. This is talking about you saying goodbye to that pain, to that situation. Now, there may have been some things here, whether in 2025 or beyond, meaning way past 2025, that scarred you so deep that it's been difficult for you to forgive either the person or the trauma or the environment. Now, that's all private. We don't need to know what that is. But there may be something here that was so troubling, so traumatic, that it's been difficult for you to forgive either the person, the situation, or the event. This is saying here that although it may be very difficult to do, forgiveness is important, okay? And the reason why forgiveness is important, it's not because of the other person. It's not about whether they asked for an apology, whether they said they were sorry, whether they close the chapter or not. It's not so much about them. It's about you releasing that person's energies, okay, from you, the hurt that they caused you. So this is very important that today, at some point, it would be really good for you to do the Hopo'oponopo prayer or Hopo'oponopo chant. while you're listening or after you listen to the heart chakra frequency of 639 hertz, because those two things are going to help start clearing, okay? Because this is not a one-shot deal. This is something that has to be continuous so that layers and layers of the scar could get, energetically transmuted into positive energy, right? So by you doing this slowly but surely and consistently, it will start releasing, or at least start allowing you to, number one, energetically forgive the people in the situation, the circumstances for what they've done. And it's going to allow you to break free, break the chains, liberate yourself, detach, cut the cords from these situations, circumstances, or events that are holding you and are trapping you. Whether you like to see it that way or not, that's what this is. When we are unable to energetically forgive people and situations, we become trapped in a cage that we create ourselves by holding on to the grudges, the resentment, and the pain, okay? And all of those lower vibrational energies. So, this is what you're saying goodbye to today, okay? Because it's the last day of 2025. And what you may continually do with those resources. So, take a look at the free resources here in the chat. And if you feel called to, do them continuously to help you align yourself to a higher vibration. That being said, let's see what else you may be saying goodbye or hello to. Look at that. Revenge. I told you. I'm not saying that you are vengeful or anything like that, but there is some type of energy that may be holding on. Now, whether it's you towards someone else or someone else towards you, you can do it both ways. You can say, you could do energetic forgiveness either way. I am sorry for all the hurt that I caused people that I didn't mean to, and that because of lack of clarity, lack of experience, or lack of growth, I hurt others. You can say that to yourself too, kind of in a way, apologizing and forgiving yourself from those moments as well. And the same vice versa. You looking to release and energetically forgive those people who hurt you in return. So this is a two-way street. Do it both ways so that you can clear that energy and you can move towards a deeper you. Okay, a more new you in alignment in 2026. All right, intuitive friends, let's take a look here at what's coming through for you here. Scorpio 1180. Let's see what's coming through. Ooh, that wanted to jump out of the deck. And let's see. You have here, look at this. The one who surrenders. And what does it say there? Validation confirmation on the clarity of the channeling that I said earlier. Look at that. I said you need to release the chains. You need to release yourself. There you go. The one who surrenders to the process of letting go. This is very, very, very important for you today to do here, Scorpio 1180, because if you don't do this, you're going to keep. And by the way, let me see something because there were two cards. Yeah. For you to, remain here focused on your throne. Yeah, it's super important for you to let that go. Because whatever it is, it may be eating at you in a way that you may not even realize. You may still be holding on to the pain of something here that really needs to be let go. So when you do the heart chakra frequency, solfeggio frequency of 639 hertz, and again, that's free on YouTube, and it's also free in the resources that I added, okay? That's going to allow you to unblock that energy, and you may want to cry. And if you do, just go ahead, release it through tears, release it through however your body is doing as you're doing that energetic frequency of healing. Okay. All right. Consistency is going to be key here for you. Okay. Look at that. Talk about 2026 is going to be a fantastic year here for you. You're starting off on a clean slate. Okay. 2026 is the year of one. If we add the numbers 2026, every single digit, we get the number 10. In numerology, we look at single digit numbers. And when we look at the single digit number of 10, we take away the zero and we get the number one. And so that is what you have here. You have both the number 10 and the number one. In case you were doubting there, this is giving you validation confirmation. You may see the number ones as sign symbol synchronicities. You may also see the number twos. Okay. So you may see number twos. All right. And it says here, starting over, wisdom, transformation, resilience, growth, empowerment, new beginnings. I called it. With this, you breaking and cutting the chains. That's what's going to come through for you. It says happiness stems from self-expression, from growth, and from experience. View failures, listen carefully, view failures or view those experiences that hurt you, that's difficult to forget. View those moments as steps to deeper wisdom. Okay? It says happiness is real, achievable, and all around you. Appreciate both the small and the significant moments on your journey. Failures are opportunities for renewal. Embrace the fresh start ahead. Scorpio 1180, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe. Share my YouTube channel link with like-minded souls. And don't forget, Scorpio 1180, to take a look at the free resources here on the chat list, as those are there for you and all are free, helping you in your alignment, your growth, and your renewal. That being said, intuitive friends, thank you so much, Scorpio 1180. Up next, we have Cinderella Radotsky. Cinderella Radotsky, you are at number 5. You are up next, so feel free to step forward and say hello. But before I jump into Cinderella Radotsky's reading, I do want to mention here, intuitive friends, if you are new to the channel, number one, I want to welcome you. Thank you for subscribing. Continue to subscribe to the channel so that you are able to participate in future free readings here on my channel, okay? As I do them quite often. Okay, I do them quite often. So you want to be part of the channeling of the messages. Just make sure that you are tuning in. That being said, turn on your notification bell and all notification alerts so that you are notified every single time I am doing either a live stream or when when I'm uploading messages. Intuitive friends, very important. Take a look at your January readings. Okay, the January readings are super, super insightful because I channeled messages quarter by quarter and gave you the key themes that I'm starting to see within every quarter in 2026. The more you know about your astrological natal chart, the more information you're going to be able to extract and maybe even apply for those areas on your astrological natal chart when you're looking and you're watching those monthly readings for January. Okay. I'm doing Scorpio today. Okay. So I'm doing Scorpio's reading today. So you can tune in for that if you're a Scorpio later. That being said, up next, we have Cinderella Radotsky. Welcome. I don't see you here, but hopefully you'll come back and listen to your reading. Cinderella Radotsky, let's see what you may be saying goodbye to here. For those of you who are my subscribers, welcome back. Thank you for your love. Your inner critic, Cinderella Radotsky. This is saying you need to let go of being so hard on yourself. Okay, there may be some scripts here that you may be replaying in the back of your mind, in your head, in your heart, memories here. This is you replaying certain things here. And these certain things may not be very positive. You may be very, very hard on yourself from time to time. You may even say, like, kind of like not on purpose, but you know how sometimes when like we make a mistake, some of us may say, like, oh, that was stupid of me. Oh, how dumb am I? Like that. Don't say that to yourself. If you ever say like negative things like that, don't. Okay? Because the the power of the tongue is very powerful. Your breath is powerful. Your words are powerful. So even when you say that to yourself, where you kind of like made a mistake or made a little kind of fumble, instead of saying that, say, ooh, I'm learning a lesson and it is helping me open new doors and new energy and new whatever. Say something positive. So you turn that experience into a positive one for yourself. Okay. You're turning those words into something positive. Okay. Wherever your mind goes, energy flows. We are all energetic beings. So we all carry frequency, and the frequency that we allow ourselves to align with is the frequency that we share with the world. So if we want new energy to come in our direction, we must begin with ourselves. So this, your inner critic says, challenge the voice of self-doubt. And you may also be self-doubting yourself here, Cinderella. You may not be listening to your intuition, and this is saying pay attention to that as well. It is often shaped by past conditioning and not truth. Okay. So your critics, self sabotaging thoughts, limited beliefs, trapped by your own repetitive storyline here. Okay. That may not be beneficial for you. So this is saying in 2025, you're cutting down this energy so that you can open the door to a new mindset, a new energy, and a new way of you believing in yourself, believing those intuitive hunches or those intuitive hits. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at what you may be saying hello or goodbye to here, Cinderella Vodunsky. And let's see what's coming through for you. You have, it says here, I'm in a bind and don't know what to do. I may be acting irrationally. Okay. There may be moments here in 2026 where you may have acted irrationally to the point that it may have challenged you to doubt yourself or doubt your intuition, and something that you may have wanted to do but didn't do, or something that you should have done but wasn't paying attention to, and you may have gone in a different direction. But this is saying it's okay. You learn from the failures, you learn from the mistakes, and allow yourself to learn from these situations, circumstances, and events that you may have endured in 2025. So letting go of the energy of being or feeling trapped or binded to a certain perspective, to a certain mindset, and or to a certain narrative, or to a certain pattern, especially if it's the pattern of attracting low vibrational situations, circumstances, and events. Although they are positive because they allow you to learn, you don't want to continue to be in the perpetual hamster wheel of generating and keep generating and keep going in that same hamster wheel. So that's why it's important here for you to see, well, why is it that sometimes I act irrationally? Why is it that sometimes I get triggered? Why is it that sometimes those things pop out of my mouth? Why do I react a certain way? Why is it that these past hurts, situations, circumstances, or events here, in a way trap me either energetically, emotionally, or mentally? So this release is going to be important. All right, 2026, the new you potentially. Again, I mean, validation, confirmation. Look what it says there. It says the one who frees. You got to liberate yourself. You have the freedom to cut the cords and shift your journey in a very different direction in 2026. This is, of course, if you so choose to. Cinderella Zangowski, take a look at the free resources I have in the chat. That may help you heal and get yourself out of a hamster wheel type of energy here. Okay. So let's see what else is coming through for you. Last but not least, After Cinderella Radonsky, we have Nelly P. Nelly P, you are up next. 111, intuition. What did I say about your intuition? You need to listen to it. Okay, Cinderella Radonsky, you may be getting intuitive hits. You may be an empath. You may have very sharp sixth senses or your intuition. Use those skills. Don't doubt it. Listen to it. If it seems like you have a hard time listening to it or allowing yourself to embrace the message, clear your energy, meditate, use the seven chakras to align your body energy centers. Again, that's in the playlist. I also have energy healing session, totally free. It's in the chat list. I also have their nighttime affirmations to help you realign and refocus. Again, that will help you center yourself and be more open to trusting your own inner calling. It says it's time to realize your long held ideas. You're on the right path to turning your dreams into reality. The right people, circumstances, resources are all coming together to support you here in 2026. So really, really nice. It says happiness and new opportunities are within your reach. Trust the journey and have faith in the process. There you go. And 2026 is the year of one. So you have 111. You may see 111 as sign symbol synchronicities. You may also see the number 3 because you have 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 3. So threes may also be sign symbol synchronicities here that you may be getting from the universe, okay, as a kind of thumbs up here for you. Cinderella, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support. Up next, we have Nettie P. And before I jump into Nettie P's reading, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining, for subscribing. All you need to do is to subscribe and continue to be subscribed to the channel. Turn on your notification bell and turn on your notification alerts. Those are going to be there for you so that when I get on and do a reading, you are notified. If not, you're not going to be notified of the readings. Okay. So super important. You got to do that manually. Okay. It just doesn't pop up automatically. You got to manually do that on your YouTube stuff here connected to the Lexa Tarot channel. And then that's going to give you a notification every time. Okay. That being said, intuitive friends, for those of you who are new to the channel and are visiting, welcome. Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. For those of you who are my current subscribers, welcome back. Intuitive friends, don't forget to take a look at your January readings. It is in the monthly playlist. Super important because those monthly readings starting for January is really a quarterly reading. So trust me, you want to take a look at that because I channeled messages tapping into the quarterly roadmap for you, potentially for 2026. I go quarter by quarter in all of those readings, starting from Aries and ending in Pisces. Haven't started the water signs. I will do the water signs today, but they focus on the key themes and the overall energy. Okay. The overall energy that I'm getting here intuitively, focusing on quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Okay. So if you haven't taken a look at that, take a look at those readings. Another thing I want to mention about those readings is if you know your astrological chart and you know your placement on your astrological natal chart, then you are going to get more messages because it's going to give you an opportunity to take a look at other signs in those specific houses on your astrological natal chart. Okay. Now, if you don't have that, well, guess what? If you don't have that information, I gave it to you for free also, and that's also in my description box. It's in the description box down below in the description box in this live. It's also in the chat in this live, and it will also be available for you in the description box. And that is Cafe Astrology. It's all free messages for you. I have no affiliations and no sponsorships with Cafe Astrology, but I have used their services for free and it is right on point. That being said, Nelly P, welcome back. And we have Annie Cat. You are after Nelly. And then we have Takia. Takia has a super reading. So thank you again, Takia, for your super. And then last but not least, we have the healing journey. Don't forget to drop those roses. Those roses let me know that these messages have resonated for you. And don't forget to say thank you to Ascending Universal Butterfly, as Ascending Butterfly is volunteering here and helping in the chat. So thank you so much, Ascending Universal Butterfly. Nettie P, let's see what is potentially here you're saying goodbye to and what you may be saying hello to. You're saying goodbye to, let's see. This says spiritual bypassing, avoiding pain with positivity delays growth. Embrace all full spectrums of your emotion. So, Nettie P, this could be talking about the fact that yes, you've refocused your energy on, your healing, on not paying attention to the pain, or to the breakup, separation, divorce, grief, or loss that you may have experienced, whether it was 2025 or whether it was before 2025. But spiritual bypassing is saying here that there's a positive way to shift and transmute painful energy. And then there's a way where it becomes like you're avoiding doing the healing. Okay. So I'm going to talk about what that may look like. So although there may be moments that are too deeply painful to have to go back into time and in a way reopen the wound as you're healing through it, it may be necessary to be able to do that. So you can do that either through therapy, counseling, spiritually, however you may see fit. But it's important for you to look at those moments and embrace or go through the pain of it so that you can heal from it. Because what happens is if you just turn the blind eye to that pain, then this becomes you avoiding the situation, the pain. And if you avoid it, you could also be avoiding the important lessons that you need to learn. So it's super important for you to look at what those painful memories, moments are, and allow yourself to heal through it, whether it's counseling, therapy, friends, family, loved ones, tools, resources, energetically, religiously, however that may be. And of course, I do have free resources in the chat that you can use. So it says free resources there. You can use that. That could also help you. But it's important for you not to avoid the pain, but rather embrace all of the emotions, the happiness, the pain, the loss, maybe the sense, maybe you hated something that happened. I don't know. Whatever your emotions are, you do need to clear those, okay? So that you embrace them, you feel them, and you learn from them. Now, you don't have to take the pain and carry it with you everywhere you go, but by you doing the work necessary in your heart chakra, you allow yourself to free yourself energetically, forgive energetically, and also forgive yourself from whatever these situations, circumstances, or events may have been. All right? Because what happens is if you continue to suppress or repress your emotions, all they do is affect your body in the long run because it pulls in the energy field in your chakra system. And then behind every chakra system, so this is the chakra. Let's just pretend here with this circular thing. So this is your chakra energy, right? Every center of your body has one. Behind the chakra frequency, underneath, their vital organs. And so when we don't allow ourselves to unblock that energy, right? What happens is it starts in a way affecting. You start getting the symptoms in your vital organs or within your physical body. Okay. So when we clear energetically, we don't allow that energy to infiltrate our physical, human, tangible body. Okay. So let's take a look here, Nettie, what else is coming through, what you may be saying hello or goodbye towards. All right. And we have here, you may be binded to a storyline, binded to the memories, whether that is emotions, memories, or whatever this may be. There's a part of you that's still connected here to, avoiding the pain by just being happy, just showing a happy face. But in reality, deep down inside, you may still feel the pain. So there may be here a community of like-minded souls, a person, a therapist, heal, for you to heal through that energy so you don't keep carrying it with you. Okay. So at times, there may be situations, circumstances, or events that you may have acted irrationally in 2025 or beyond, or have felt a trigger, like someone may have triggered you in some way, shape, or form. So this is talking about you needing to clear that energy so that in 2026, it's you turning over a brand new leaf. All right, Nettie, let's see what else is coming through for you. By the way, Takia, I'm sorry, not Takia, Aniket, you're up next. Unfold. Self-healing, self-cleansing, self-care, okay? Super important here for you to do. Work on yourself, continue to do so that you can open up like a butterfly to a new start or a new beginning or a fresh new start, okay? The more that you self-heal and the more that you transmute this energy from pain into something positive, but without avoiding having to go through the healing process, the more you're able to do that, the lighter you're going to feel. Remember, this card says self-care here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me do it again. It says self-care. So that's going to be super important for you to take your time and do the self-care and the self-work needed consistently. Now, this is not saying that you haven't done it. Chances are you've been doing it throughout 2025. This is talking about you continuing to do it because you're going to feel a whole lot lighter and brighter, and you're going to be able to embrace the new opportunities of 2026. Last but not least, we have Aniket. Come on down. You're up next. All right, look at this. Take action. So, Nettie, this is talking about not only taking action, but being consistent in the actions you take in regards to, again, embracing and working on yourself. Okay. So this is talking about that energy. You do have the energy of one, which, by the way, 2026 is the year of one, but you also have here one, and then you have 11. You may see angel numbers 111, 1111, things of that nature. You could also be seeing the number three. You have 1, 2, 3, 3 ones. So that is also coming through here for you. Last but not least, it says this is your call here, Nettie, to move forward. Okay. The sooner you take the first step and continuously, consistently take the first step, the sooner you'll achieve your goals. Embrace patience and perseverance because it will be rewarded. Seize this moment to begin anew, aligning your actions with your true purpose and creating the life you envision. 2026 may seem like a very, very good year for you, for you to take action and to be consistent with the actions that you take. That being said, Nettie, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. Up next, we have Aniket 1242. You are up next. But before I jump into the next reading, I want to say, intuitive friends, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Okay, if you subscribe today, thank you so much. Remember to continue to be or to remain subscribed to the channel so that you can continue to take part in these free readings. All right. Now, remember to turn on your notification bell and all alerts. That's going to be important because I come very, very often to do free readings only for those of you who are subscribed to my channel. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, you're not going to be able to get a free message here throughout 2026. So if you want that, kind of perk, then make sure that you remain subscribed to the channel. That being said, intuitive friends, Up next, we have Annie Cat 1242. And let's see who's here and let's say hello. All right, intuitive friends, let's see. Aries, spiritual guidance. Oh my gosh, how are you? Haven't seen you in such a long time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Come back later, okay, my dear? I'm not making any promises, but I might come back to do more messages, okay? So come back, okay? Aries, spiritual guidance. Thank you for being here. Let's see who else is new on the list. I want to say, oh, Monica. Hello, Monica. Welcome. Says, hi, dear Lexa and everyone. Just dropping by to say hi and Happy New Year. See you in 2026. Yes, see you in 2026, Monica. Monica, just so you know, I'm going to add an affirmation later for the divine counterpart. So you may want to take a look at that. Of course, I'm going to post that on my Instagram. So for those of you who are who join me on Instagram, you're gonna have access to it first because I'm gonna put it there. I'm also going to put on, oh, thank you so much, Healing Journey, for your super. I'm also going to add it to the post as well, okay, for those of you who have been asking for it. Thank you so much, Healing Journey, for your generosity and for your super. I will be adding a super reading for you. Optimist Heart, welcome. Thank you so much, my dear, for tuning in. Intuitive friends, now I'm going to jump into Annie Ket's reading. Okay, Annie Cat. Annie Cat, if you are here, welcome. If not, you can take a look at your reading later. Okay. Optimistic Heart, thank you so much for coming in. You have here breaking karmic cycle. Okay. So Annie Cat 1242. What you're saying goodbye to, you're breaking the cords, you're cutting the cords, breaking the connections here that are very much part of a cycle that just keeps appearing and reappearing in your life, because believe it or not, you are calling it into your energy field. Okay, so Annie Cat, this is for you. Okay, so I don't know if Optimistic Heart is Annie Cat or what the story is, but Annie Cat 1242, these messages are for you. So this is saying here, breaking karmic cycles, recognize repeating patterns, and take Optimistic Heart. You're not part of the reading, my dear. Okay. So that's why it's not for you, because you're not part of the list today. Okay. The list is already closed. All right. Thank you so much, my dear. Okay. All righty. Thank you. You could come back tomorrow. All right. So breaking karmic cycles. Again, Annie Cat. Recognize the patterns that keep generating and keep coming back into your energy field. Okay. That's going to be important, because this is saying when things keep spiraling and spiraling and spiraling, patterns, people, similar lessons that you keep seeing over and over again, same type of people, similar energy. This is saying you're generating you're generating your energy field is bringing these people in, because there may be lessons that you haven't allowed yourself to heal from. Okay, so super, super important that in 2026 you do the reflection that is needed, whether that is through meditation, through journaling, through however it may be, so that you can spot what are the patterns that I keep seeing happening, occurring over and over again. What is it about me, meaning yourself? What is it about you that keeps spiraling in that same energy field? Okay, so that energy towards you, those people, those situations. Okay, so that's going to be super important. And that, of course, is going to be needed in order for you to figure out what it is. So that type of self-reflection or soul searching, in order for you to identify those patterns and then heal yourself from those patterns. Okay. All right. Aniket 1242. Okay. Curious. There may be people here who are very curious about you. They may be seeing your social media. Okay. There may be people that through your energy, you are calling in. You call in the people you're attracting. Maybe you're a type of person who you tend to give to others. Now, although that is very nice and very positive, you also have a tendency to attract takers, narcissistic personalities, gaslighters, energy vampires, people who are draining you in some way, shape, or form. Super important for you to create or strengthen, okay, a healthy boundary so that this curiosity or this people that are intrigued by your light, by your good heart, don't overtake, okay, that you're not over giving, okay. Remember, givers and people pleasers attract takers. So although it's positive to be, nice and kind to others, are you overpouring into people who are not valuing you? Okay. Let's take a look here. Aniket 1242. And you have here the one who begins. And the one who begins, there may be something very important coming in, whether it's an event, a situation, a circumstance, whether it's a person or an environment or an opportunity during spring of 2026. Guess what? Spring of 2026 is when Aries kicks off the brand new astrological new year. So for you here, Annie Kat, there may be very, very important new beginnings happening in 2026 for you, but starting perhaps during the spring or during Aries season. The one who begins, there may be something here that you're going to activate, that you're going to launch. There's a potential here that is opening up for you in 2026 for you to harness that opportunity or harness that energy and create something very beautiful with it. You have the symbolism here of the butterfly, and butterflies are all about new cycles. So you're entering a new cycle, but it's very important that before you enter that new cycle, that you continue to work on breaking these old cycles so that you don't spiral this old energy into this new energy. Last but not least, let's take a look at what else is coming through for you. Last but not least, you have here, it says slow down. And I'm not surprised because Annie Katz, this card shows a person who is in a meditation pose, okay, who's sitting grounded firmly. Okay, so grounding your energy in 2026 is going to be super important. Your root chakra, making sure that you're unblocking your root chakra. Okay, 396 hertz of audio frequency. And please take a look at the free resources I have in the chat. That may also help you here. You have the number 4. 4 is about grounding. 4 is also about stability. So super important for you to ground your energy so that you can feel more secure and feel like you're stepping into your strong sense of self. Okay, super important. You may see the number 4 as a sign symbol synchronicity in 2026. That may be your angels, angel numbers, okay, guiding you through the process, letting you know good work. You may also see the number 4 or the number 8 as 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. It says, pay close attention to the people in your life. I talked about that here with this energy. Like I said, especially with people pleasing or giving too much, because that only attracts the energy vampires. Again, your energy may intrigue a lot of people because they're trying to benefit from you and not give you anything back. So pay close attention to that energy. It says pay close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning for you to be careful and awake to avoid any further issues. Communicate and keep healthy boundaries. There you go. Validation confirmation. That being said, Aniket, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Up next, we have Takia, who gave a super sticker. So thank you, Takia. I also want to say, and let's wait for this to finish. I also want to thank Healing Journey 111111 for your super as well. Thank you for your super sticker and your generosity as well. Up next, we have Takia. Takia, you are up next. But before I jump into Takia's reading, I do want to welcome those of you who are new to the channel. For those of you who just subscribed, continue to subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notification bell and all notification alerts, as that is going to allow you to take part in future readings. Okay, turn on your notification bell and all alerts. That's going to alert you when I am doing a live, and also it's going to alert you here for your other opportunities here to take a look at the content. Now, for those of you that are watching, don't forget to take a look at your 2026 January and beyond readings. I'm doing those quarter by quarter readings. I tap into the quarterly roadmap for you for 2026. I channel messages focusing on the key themes and the overall overarching energy quarter by quarter. Okay, so take a look at that. The more you understand and know about your astrological natal chart, the more information you're going to get. Okay, so if you don't know about that information, well, guess what? I placed there we go. I placed the Cafe Astrology link where you can get your free natal birth chart, and you can learn more about your important placements on your astrological natal chart. Okay, for example, for those of you who are here, I'm going to give you an example. For example, if I want to really focus on my love life, I'm going to focus on my placement in my Venus. I'm going to place extra focus on my Juno, on my 5th house, on my 7th house. Those are placements that are connected to love, connections, relationships, and things of that nature. If I want to know more about the manner in which I should maximize my ability to communicate with others, I may look at my Mercury. Okay, see what placement I have there. Okay, if I want to maximize my success, okay, my job opportunities, I would look at my midheaven. I would look at my 2nd house. I would look at my 6th house. Okay, so different houses on your astrological natal chart give you different astrology signs that are there. Take a look at that, and then taking a look at that specific area, then use the messages that are coming through for you. So there you go. All right, just a quick overview. I might kind of go over that at some point here on my channel so you guys know how to do that. All right. That being said, that may be something new here for 2026 that I might do for you guys. Okay, kind of go over certain things here, right, in regards to your astrological chart. All right, so Takia, welcome back, Takia. And let's take a look here. Takia, thank you so much for your super. And let's jump into your reading. Takia, let's see what you may be saying goodbye to. Okay, what are you saying goodbye to? And of course, this is a super reading for you, so you're going to have more cards and more clarity, and that just flipped up on its own. So what are you saying goodbye to? You're saying goodbye Actually, we'll take all three of them out because for whatever reason, I'm being called to do so. So let's see. You're saying goodbye to your soul's longing. What parts of yourself have you neglected in 2026? That's a rhetorical question, a question that you may want to take a look at as you're doing journaling, soul searching, or meditation. Okay, Takia? So, how have you neglected yourself in 2025? How have you put other people first, or what is it that you've been putting ahead of yourself that you're not paying attention to here in regards to your own energy field? Okay, so that's number one. It says here, Takia, your soul is calling for a deeper connection. So your soul is calling you here to move towards your life purpose or to your soul's purpose. But in order for you to do that, there needs to be a kind of an awareness of where it is that you've been placing a lot of focus on or a lot of energy towards, okay? Where you haven't been putting that energy towards yourself. So maybe multitasking, juggling too many things, feeling the sense of a lot of responsibilities, a lot of burdens on you, and not allowing you the opportunity to sit down and have a moment for you to digest what it is that you may want to do or decipher what lessons here you need to pay attention to in 2025 so that you don't repeat them in 2026. What is it about you that is maybe even here not allowing you to gain a deeper connection with your soul's purpose or your higher self or your intuition? One of those things could be overthinking, because there may be situations, circumstances, or events here in 2025 that you were overthinking that created an analysis paralysis. So, overthinking and paralysis, it says, not every problem needs an endless analysis. Trust your instincts and take action. Okay. So, again, you cutting the cords of that analysis paralysis, thinking about something a million times, but yet not doing something about it or not being consistent in the action of doing something about it. Being so much caught in your head that you're not allowing yourself to get out of the comfort zone, also here with the soul's longing. Okay. Because you are fearing, what if I make a wrong move? What if I go in a wrong direction? And so then you start overthinking and getting even more confused about something here. It says rebirth and renewal. You are emerging from this darkness transformed. The new version of you is waiting for you. This is like the death card in tarot. It's not a tarot deck, it is an oracle deck, but I'm getting like this death card in tarot. And this card is saying you are ending cycles. It's important for you to end those cycles, those things that you went through, detach emotionally from it by healing from it, giving yourself, pouring your self care, pouring back into you so that you are a brand new version of you. So when you present your energy here towards people or towards situations, right, or whatever life may hold for you in 2026, that you're able to confront it with a sense of newness, with a sense of maturity, with a sense of wisdom, with a sense of you listening to your higher self, listening to your intuition, your ability here to connect with your soul's purpose and your heart's desire, as well as your life purpose here. Okay. So you're going to be able to do all of that the moment that you cut the cords or you end those cycles of transformations here. Okay. And again, this is a work in progress. So this is not a one-time situation. This is like through time. Some things may be out of your control. There may be some things here that just have a natural course of ending. For you to recognize those things that have ended, those cycles that have ended, those friendships, those connections, those those relationships have ended for a reason. That's why this is coming through. Learn what those reasons are through reflection and meditation, and then take those lessons and apply them for 2026, because there's a new unfolding for you here, okay, in 2026. So there may be a brand new start, not only because it's a new calendar year, but also because 2026 is the year of one. So you may be giving a kind of like a renewal, a new birth New birth to ideas, new birth to energies, new birth to projects, to things that you want to achieve, goals that you want to succeed in. And it's all waiting for you here for the new year. Let's see what else you may be saying hello or goodbye towards. And you have here gossip. Cutting the cords of the people, situations, circumstances, or events that tend to be nosy, that tend to gossip. If someone gossips about someone else, chances are they're gossiping about you. So just be well aware of that energy. I'm also getting here for you to be well aware of your social media, what you place on social media. There may be people here who just, for shits and giggles, so to speak, want to see what you're up to so that they could either rain on your parade or, spread gossip. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter, because you know what? Let them say whatever they want. But here's the thing. If in the past, those things that people say, whether it's accurate and they have triggered you, or whether they're lies and they have triggered you, it's time for you to let go of feeling triggered here. What, Takia? Let me see. I only have YouTube. Wait, hold on. Yeah, this is your reading, Takia. I only have YouTube. Oh, okay. All right, cool. So Takia, this is talking about maybe people in your social circle. Okay, got it. No other social media. This could be people that you know. There could be people that you think are team you and they're not team you. Okay? So be aware of what you say to people and be aware of how they may spread the things that you share with them to other people. That gossip, people making comments, talking, okay? Taking your information, your good news, your whatever, and sharing it with other people. And then you have all this energy and eyes on you. And you have people who you think are team you, but are not. Okay? So just be aware of that. But, the fact that you don't have social media, that then just lessens all of it. I don't have social media either, not personally. Okay? Professionally, I do, as far as like my channel and things like that. But personally, I don't do social media. So, but of course, obviously for Lexa Tarot, I do social media. So again, that type of privacy also blocks a lot of people from getting into your business, right? So there you go. Let's see what else is coming through for you. The new you here. Woo, look at that. You're going to be lighter and brighter. Dun, 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 dun. As I said, as you're cleansing, transmuting this energy, letting go to things that no longer serve you, cutting the cords, you're going to feel lighter and brighter. And you're also going to have a better peace of mind, peace of heart. Your energy is going to vibrate differently. You're going to be lighter, not just physically feeling like, oh, you know what? I feel like I have a pep in my step. That's the reason why. Okay. Because you're not letting things, in a way, weigh you down. You're not letting energies weigh you down. You're not letting concerns weigh you down. You're not allowing yourself to be neglected because you're putting your self-care above everyone else, because that's going to be important here for 2026. Okay. For you to, again, the brand new you. What do you want to radiate? Right? What do you want to attract? That's going to be dependent on how your energy feels. What is it that you're entertaining in your mind? Are you saying, no, I can't? Or are you saying, yeah, you know what? I'm open to getting out of my comfort zone. I am open to the new possibilities. Of course, you're going to use your logical, rational, common sense, but you're also going to listen to your intuition. Does this feel right for me? Or am I feeling like this may not be the thing for me right now? See? So that's how this is coming across. Now, of course, we're going to go deeper into your reading because you have a super reading here. So let's go a little bit deeper and dive deeper here for you. Oh, actually, I'll put it here right on top of this. Now, remember, the soul's whisper, what parts of you have you neglected? Okay, what parts of you have you not been taking a look at because you've been too caught up in your head, that you're not allowing yourself the opportunity to get out of your comfort zone and to try something new? Okay, so letting go of the fears that you may have. Okay, what is coming through for you? Let's see. Takia, again, I want to thank you for your super, and let's see what's coming through. You have the house, the anchor, the snake, self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs. Okay, there may be people who talk behind your back and you're not even noticing it. You may have people that you feel are part of your circle that you think that want the best for you. They may not. This may also be other people that just are envious about you or jealous about you. Okay, for whatever this may be, they may be getting their information from some other source, but there's this sense of really focusing here on you. Okay, there may be things here that you may have experienced in 2026: lies, deceptions, problems, loss. Maybe here feeling a little bit lackluster in regards to health. But this is saying here that in 2026, it's super important for you to ground yourself. Okay, very, very important to be to ensure. I'm getting here like organizing your home, your room. Okay, that is going to be super important. Not only cleanse and organize, like physically clean and organize your place of residence or your home or your, whatever. Okay, but this could also be talking about, listen carefully, if this about other people does not resonate, listen carefully. Physically clean your house, of course, and organize your home. But this could also be energetically cleanse your home and energetically keep things lifted in your home. What do I mean by that? I mean that energetically here, there are times that if we're not organized or if we're very, in our usually hustle and bustle of life, we have, our homes or our office or our space maybe get a little bit untidy or unorganized. This is talking about making sure that you organize it, because what happens is it creates stagnant energy in the home. Okay, without you even realizing it here. Stagnant energy in the home. Okay, and so it's super important to have your home organized and cleansed, because if not, the stagnant energy will kind of keep you in a stagnant type of environment. All right, energetically. Okay, anchor, super important for you to ground your energy. I said it before, I'll say it again. But anchor is about you also making the commitment to ensure that you're focusing on your security and your stability when it comes to the new year, to make sure that you are the beacon of bright light for yourself, but also here for others as well. Okay, because I'm getting that energy here. There may be some type of like a position that you may be getting into, like at work. You may be, in a position where you may be, I don't know, maybe a new job, a new location, a new place of residence. You may be at a higher level, or you may be getting more responsibilities here, whether it be at work or something that's important. Okay, and that may attract people to be jealous of you. So that's where this is coming from, especially because it says here, the one who brings light. So your happy disposition, your ability to tap into your skills, your abilities, your talents, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because there may be people who may be seeing you from afar and like, oh, I wish I was as knowledgeable as Takia, or I wish I was as successful in that specific area as Takia. Okay, so there may be you elevating or moving up either the ladder of success or more eyes on you in a positive way. Okay? Because I'm getting that here. You may open up a new opportunity. There may be a new opportunity coming in for you. It's going to be super important for you to be very, very grounded, so that this type of people that may kind of like, oh, look, Takia thinks she knows it all. You know what I mean? Or look, oh, look, Takia's being nice. Just, you know what I mean? That type of energy. It says enthusiastic and focus on self. And again, with gossip. So this may be connected to work, to school, but this is connected to something here. All right. There may be people here who just like wish that you don't have what you have, or wish they have what you have. You know, it could be one of those things. You may not even notice it. But here, look, 2026, you're going to be focusing on you, nurturing yourself, focusing on you, radiating with excitement. Like I said, radiating the new light. Okay. The one who brings light. And look again, this says the same thing. Okay, you are nurturing your inner being and radiating with excitement. Remember that I said that I'm getting here some type of movement. So whether it is that you may be physically moving in 2026, or whether you are physically moving from residence, a job, a career, making some type of physical moves, um, you know, you could be going to a new apartment, a new home. All right. But there's something here about relocation for you. And it's coming across already here. Okay. It's come up twice, because it came up here with house, and it's coming up again with the motorcycle. So someone traveling, maybe a new location or a new place, whether that is your career or whether it is in your home environment. This could also be you being on the move as well in 2026. So there could be here an opportunity where you are busier in 2026. So you're on the move, you're connecting with more people. And again, the more that you connect with people, there could be here an opportunity of you elevating or moving up, or climbing up in the ladder of success. And the more or the higher you go, the more there may be people who may, again, be a little bit of that hater energy. Okay. And sure enough, it says share gossip, disclose. The power of disclosure. Share your truth with caution and discernment. This is about being very careful who you say what to. I said that before. Okay. You might keep your circle close or small, but there may be some shifts here happening in 2026 that you may not even know about. Maybe this gossip is not even about now. Maybe this is about the near future, but it's coming up already. All right. Let's take a look here at what, Cain, pay attention to your health. Tiger, doing something risky, take a chance, and good news. I said something positive is coming here through for you, potentially in 2026. You may be getting good news in some way, shape, or form. That may be through a text, through an email, through maybe an interview, maybe a new home, maybe a relocation. But you may be hearing of some good news that is going to be beneficial for you. Tiger, doing something risky, take a chance. There may be some here of a connection. Now, the house, yes, it could be your home, but house is also a place of stability. So this may be very much connected to work environment also. So there may be a chance or an opportunity that may be coming up in 2026, and this reading is preparing you for that opportunity. It's saying there may be some type of relocation, or there may be a risky move that you may need to take. Again, common sense risk. Okay, not something unsafe. Okay, pay attention to your health. Okay. So time for me to train staff on zero tolerance for gossip policy. Yep, I'm telling you, because it's coming up. If you are, and it's interesting because I was talking about maybe a leadership role here for you, climbing up the ladder of success. Yep. If this is not in your personal life, it could be connected to your career life. There may be people here. Okay. So very good. I would say a really good idea for you to do. Okay. Now let's see. We did these. We did these. We did these. Okay. Last but not least, let's take a look at your last and final. Takia, very good idea. If I were you, I would just refresh people's memories on that. All right, Takia, let's see what's coming through for you. But listen, there's something. Listen, you're going to be there's this energy here of climbing up the ladder of success, or being in a prominent role, or more responsibilities coming your way and you shining even brighter. So it's like you doing something really, really good that you're skilled at, have a really good ability towards. And so there's this like kind of like there's a really good opportunity here kind of opening up for you in 2026. All right, so there you go. Let's see what else is coming through for you. Last but not least, let's take a look at what's coming through. And your last and final card, wow, 0000. You know why I'm saying wow? Because where is it? This right here. You see this card right here? There's a person on a motorcycle. I told you there's something about relocation here, or either relocation in work, whether it be a role or going somewhere else, or whether this is your home, okay, your place of residence. But the 000, the full card in tarot, starts with the number 0, and the number 0 is connected to the full card in tarot, which is ruled by Uranus. So check to see where you have Gemini placements if you do, because Uranus is going to be in Gemini for the next 7 years. Throughout, I have to see exactly when it's going into Gemini, but it is going into Gemini this year, and it's going to be there for 7 years. So it's Uranus is a planet of making you moves all the time. Like it's going to be like the biggest moves are going to be wherever that Gemini you have on your astrological chart. Go pay attention to it, because that's where the big shifts are going to happen for you. Okay. For example, for me, I have Gemini in my Venus. So I know that there's going to be a lot of shifts and changes having to do with my love life. One of it being in my love life, right? All right. So this giving you that type of example. Limitless possibilities. It says this is a powerful reminder that anything is possible. If you can dream it, you can have the ability to make it a reality. What someone else has can also be yours. Remember that I said that? I was getting here someone kind of like this in the reverse way, like someone seeing you have a really good ability or knack for something and wishing that they had that same knack or that ability. Very interesting, because I use those same words but in a different way earlier, with jealousy and envy there. Someone is envious of you, or could be envious of you here in 2026, or in your job or something like that. It says if you can dream it, you have a possibility to make it a reality. What someone else can also be yours. Stay calm. Okay, stay calm and trust that what is meant for you will come your way. Release any tension, embrace relaxation, knowing that your potential is boundless. Okay, there you go. I mean, talk about validation, confirmation. The full card in tarot, you're going to take a leap of faith having to do with something. The full card in tarot is also about travel. So travel has come through in your reading about 3 times, whether it's relocation, whether it's ascending to a new role, whether it's new responsibilities, whether it's you tapping into more skills, your special abilities here, your life's purpose or your soul's purpose. But there's some type of beautiful, beautiful potential here that you may be discovering or even going deeper in. You may have untapped potential. There may be something here that's in store for you that you haven't even realized yet. Okay. It could also be you being in a higher position as well. Okay. Pay attention to your health. Okay. So if something doesn't feel right, this could be mental health, emotional health, energetic health, physical health. This could be your spiritual health. So just pay attention to that. That being said, Takia, thank you again for your super. Up next, we have Healing Journey. All right, Healing Journey, you are up next. Let me take a break here for a second. I'll be right back. Takia, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget, Takia, to take a look at the free resources in the chat list. And I'm also doing a free resource, an affirmation, because I'll be recording that today. Affirmations for alignment for the divine counterpart. So don't forget to take a look at that. If you follow me, okay, you don't have social media, but that's fine. You could take a look at the posts in the community post. Okay, so take a look at that. All right, intuitive friends, Healing Journey is going to be our last and final reading. I need to take a break here for a second, and then I'll come right back, and then I'm going to start with I'm going to start and I'm going to end the live stream with Healing Journeys message. And again, thank you, Takia, and also thank you, Healing Journey, for your super. Wow. I'm still on the live, guys. All right, have fun today. All right, intuitive friends, I am back. Quiet, quiet. All right. All right, intuitive friends, my apologies here, Healing Journey. I am back. All right, and intuitive friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Lexa Tarot community. Don't forget to continue to subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notification bell and all alerts, as this is going to allow you to take part in my mini readings throughout 2026. They are free, they are 5 minutes, but I always allow those of you who are interested in gaining more information, more clarity, and more time to your reading. All you need to do is drop a super. For example, for those of you who are interested in, like, what does a super reading look like? Well, you're going to find out now, because Healing Journey 111 has also a super reading. Oh, I did one before that also with Takia. Okay, so that was another example. But again, for those of you who just joined in right now, welcome. Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. My apologies for the noise in the background. That will be ending shortly. And thank you so much, Healing Journey, for your super. All right, intuitive friends. Healing Journey, let's take a look here at what you are closing, saying goodbye to here in 2025. By the way, intuitive friends, I've done about 60 free readings here for this super, for this topic of like saying goodbye to and saying hello to. So again, I don't know if I'm going to come back later, but if I do, just make sure that you enjoy and you join in. Let your friends, your family, and loved ones know. Hold on, guys. There's like way too much energy on this end. Okay, Ace, shh, relax. Relax. Alrighty. Sorry. I'm feeling the dog's energy all over the place, and it literally was throwing me off. Okay, Ace, I need you to relax a little bit, buddy. Okay? All right. All right. Healing journey. Let's take a look here at what you may be potentially saying goodbye to here in 2025. And healing journey, as you may have heard already, take a look at the free resources in the chat. All right. Goodbye to, it says here, soul contracts and lessons. The people who trigger you the most are often your greatest spiritual teachers. Wow. Look at that. So think back in 2025, those moments, those people, those situations, circumstances, events, environments that may have triggered you in some way, shape, or form. This is the time for you to think about the following, to say, why did that person, that situation, that circumstance, that event, or that environment trigger me so much? Why did someone's comment, maybe even there was truth to it, maybe there wasn't truth to it, but what was it about that situation that triggered me to feel, to say, to do whatever? Fill in the blank. At times we may say, oh, we don't want negative people in our energy field, or we don't want negative situations to happen to us, or we don't want to deal with heartbreaks, loss, pain, whatever. But sometimes it's necessary. It's necessary because it challenges us to step forward and say, okay, this situation is difficult, but how can I make the best out of this connection, situation, person, conversation, circumstance, and challenge? Yes, it's difficult. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it's painful. But what can I extract in regards to lessons? What are some things that have happened time and time again that keep coming up? No matter how much work I do, I keep generating and bringing to my energy field this type of person, this type of energy, this type of problem, this type of situation. And this is saying, you taking a deep dive and look at what those things are and say, well, you know what? They happened for a reason. They happen so that I can take a look at maybe soul contracts that you have had with people in past lifetimes. Maybe there's certain things that needed to be resolved, or again, maybe healed from. So maybe the resolution hasn't been the sense of closure that you were expecting, but maybe here in this lifetime, there's enough wisdom in your sixth senses, in your higher consciousness, your spirituality, to say, you know what? Maybe in other lifetimes I wasn't able to pick out that maybe this friction that I have with this person, or this recycling of this particular situation, is because I need to clear that energy. So I need to do that forgiveness, energetic forgiveness. Even if the person didn't close a chapter with you, you taking it upon yourself to not only energetically forgive other people, but also energetically forgive yourself with, or in connection to, whatever soul contracts that you may have had in past lifetimes. Okay. Usually those relationships that have been very difficult in this lifetime, whether it's a past love, or a family member, or a best friend, or someone that you met that it was like really difficult. There may have been some type of past life soul contract connection. Okay. Energetically. Again, lessons from the past. It says the people who often trigger you the most are often the greatest spiritual teachers. And that is because it is reminding you here to take a very close look at how you are acting or reacting and how you can energetically forgive and bring closure and also bring growth to that specific situation, circumstance, or event. So I know it sounds like it's the typical cliche of, things happen for a reason, but in your case, and listen, I don't know, but I'm just going to channel what's coming through. You lived multiple lifetimes, my dear. Okay? I know it might sound a little weird, and I'm sorry if it does, but that's the energy that I'm getting here. You've lived multiple lifetimes, and in every lifetime, you've had to learn something. Some people, I picked this up like very strongly, and you're one of those people. So you may be a gifted person, you may be an intuitive person, you may be an empath, you may have very strong sixth senses, you may be a medium, um, and I've lived past lives too. So I wouldn't even be surprised if you and I like even probably knew each other in some other lifetime, or cross roads in some way, shape, or form. Um, and this is coming across like we're talking about this again, but yet in this lifetime, it's so weird. Um, so you may have had like you again, I'm feeling like you had past lifetimes here. May have had reincarnations here, lessons that you needed to learn. But you know what I'm also getting here is also, in this lifetime, you developing your senses and your intuition to the point that you can also be leading others. So whether it's, I don't know, whether you're a medium, whether you're a clairvoyant, whether you're a, I don't know, maybe your special ability or something like that, claircognizance, clairsentience, connecting with nature, downloading messages, star seed, if that aligns with your beliefs, galactic messages. I'm trying to figure out like if there's a specific lifetime that wants to come through. I'm hearing sage. Like sage, not like the plant sage, although maybe, I don't know, maybe you need to sage your energy field. I don't know, but which is interesting because it's reminding me I need to do my saging routine here afterwards. But there may be in this lifetime that there's a bigger role for you this time around because you've done this multiple times. I'm hearing the energy of remembering. If you've ever been called to, and I'm not saying that you should do this, right? I'm not saying this is just, again, as I always say, for entertainment purposes only. But I number one, I said sage. I don't know where that came from. So it is what it is. But I'm also getting here. Why am I getting sage? So okay. Wow. All right. You may have an indigenous ancestor, or you may have sometime, I don't know if it's where you live, and I don't even know if you've gotten this message before. And I don't know if I don't know if you have indigenous roots or where you live there's indigenous connections. If maybe you have like a great 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 grandfather, grandmother, um that is connected to some type of indigenous descent. Okay. But it's coming through in this reading, and it's very interesting because this reading is not about past lives. This reading is about what you're saying goodbye to and what you're saying hello to. But what's coming through in your reading here, very interestingly, is a past life. And you may be in 2026, you may be very much intrigued into wanting to know more about any past lives that you may have had, which I believe that you have had. You've lived several lives. It's coming through like very clear. And I'm literally seeing like someone closing their eyes, and I'm just seeing the head, right? Symbolically. And then like literally sage smoke around this person's head. Like that's what I'm seeing. As if they're going through like a Native American ritual. Like, I know this sounds crazy, and those of you that are watching me are like, oh my gosh. I'm telling you that, I don't know, I feel like you have some type of indigenous connection. And there's this sense of like your indigenous ancestors coming through, or an indigenous, I don't know, maybe it's a spirit guide, but they're like this with you. And the moment I said sage, I saw this whole entire scene that I just explained to you. Remember, guy just said sage out of nowhere. I was like, sage, what? You may have been like a shaman, like a sage person or something. So we might be uncovering something that's very like not even what this entire theme is about, but there's a reason for it. Can you do me a favor, Healing Journey? Can you close out this session for me? Just put close session. I'm going to have to bring another set of cards because I wasn't expecting this turn, but hold on. Okay. I am back. All right. So you're getting something completely different, but it is still connected to your 2026. Somehow they're like, it's going to make sense. So I trust. I go with the process and I trust. Let me see. Give me a second here, because I had to go somewhere and get other decks here. All right, let me see something. Give me more messages here with soul contract and lesson, because this is coming through like ancestors are coming through, and it's not a medium mystic reading per se, but it is about your guides or something here, but like a past life of yours that needs to be discussed, because that may be a brand new journey that's in store for you in 2026. And that's how this is coming through. Give me more. Regret. I'm disappointed of how things went with us, and I wish I could change the past. Yeah. There may have been a past life where you may have regretted not accomplishing something, not finishing something. It could have been spiritual. You could have been in one of your lifetimes, you could have been like you couldn't practice your spirituality, or that you weren't able to tap in. Maybe you may have been even been persecuted by your religious beliefs or something here. But there's a regret. There's a regret that you may have had in a past life that you need to let go of in this lifetime or in 2025. You may have been disappointed. Maybe you didn't have enough time. Maybe life was cut short. Maybe there was a kind of like this energy of like, I wish I could have done this, but I didn't. And now is your opportunity, because, hold on a second. The past 9 years, there could have been something here in the past 9 years that was like very like, I regret not doing this, or I regret not going in that direction. But it's not so much about the regret. It's about the fact that you can start something again. You can reset. You can change the past. But it keeps coming across as this is a past life. There's a storyline. And I wouldn't be surprised if in 2026 you start kind of like getting, like you start kind of researching, like to do like past life regression or something like that, and something like this comes up. There's something about regretting something in the past that is super important for you to let go of that energy of regret, so that because you have the opportunity to change it now in this lifetime, and even maybe in 2026. So let's see, because this is completely different. Okay, show me. It's something about a past life, though. Something of a past life that may have occurred in a past life, that somehow it's tied into this lifetime, and it's tied into what you need to do in 2026. Show me a glimpse of what this past life, and what it is, it's triggered you in this lifetime. So you got to pay attention to what it is that you have like deeply, I don't know, your heart's desire, deeply regretted. Like if, God forbid, right? Like, okay, so I'll tell you what mine was, okay? Like for me, when I got COVID, right? And I was like in isolation in the hospital and all this other stuff. I swore I was going to die. Let me tell you, never felt that in my life. And, let me tell you. But when I was going through that, I looked back at my life, because I did obviously a self-reflection when I was in the middle of like an, isolation and all this and all that in a hospital. I thought to myself, if I were to, like, if something were to happen to me, what would I regret the most in this lifetime? Right? And this is like personal. Obviously not anymore. It's on YouTube now. But, and one of the things that I deeply would have regretted was not finding my soulmate, or not like getting married and having, having my soulmate and being with that soulmate like for the rest of my life, right? Like my love life. That was my deep regret, right? Or would have been my deepest regret, right? So this is talking about that type of energy that I'm getting here, where that there could be something here. It may not be my story, but I'm just sharing mine to give you an example of the energy that I'm feeling, because it's difficult for me to put it into words. It's easier for me to show you through an example of what I'm seeing. But that's the energy that I'm getting here, where you kind of like you look back and say, if there's one thing that I wish would have gone better, or I regret, not having done or not having completed, and then kind of realize what that may be, and then strive to change or make something better here. Okay? Because that's what this is about. That's what I'm getting here. There's that type of like, I want to change something in the past of a past life, but I want to make it change in this lifetime. And it makes sense because 2025 is a 9 year, and 9 years are about closing a chapter. So it makes sense that if your spirit guides want to make something clear here for you, so that cycle is ended, because it ends with 2025 this year, and there's a new cycle, meaning a whole new cycle for the next 9 years is starting with 2026. That's why 2026 is a real big deal in numerology, because we're starting a brand new cycle, and that cycle is going to go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, all the way until 9 again. Okay, so all the way until 9, like the year 2025, we've landed on number 9. So that may be the reason this is coming through for you. You see what I'm saying? But let's see. Show me about... Wasn't I just talking about love? This doesn't mean it's about love, but it could be unrequited love. There could have been a theme: unrequited love, Egyptian, food and hunger. Okay, let's talk about. There could have been a past life, or several. I don't know. Okay, I haven't uncovered. It could have been in an ancient civilization. That's number one. Number two, I still am getting indigenous. Okay. But what's interesting is about Egypt that I'm getting here is, like I said, you could have been like a shaman or a healer or something. Okay. A priestess. Remember that I said sage before? Like a priestess. Okay. Whether it's, an indigenous, whether it's in an ancient civilization. Okay. When I'm getting here with unrequited love, there may have been a situation, a circumstance, or event in a past life where something was unfulfilled in matters of the heart. It doesn't have to be romantic love. So I'm going to give you several things that are coming through. This could have been either a parent, you may have lost, like I'm talking about a past life. This is a storyline that could have been like, you may have lost a parent in a past life, and there was that void that was left, either through a parent or through some type of a loss of a child, of a parent. That's coming through. Okay. Past life. This could also may have been a love that you had. Can you oh, hi Millie. Unfortunately, it is closed for today, my dear, but you could come back later. Okay. Just make sure that you stay subscribed to the channel so that when I come back up again, either later or tomorrow, you could come back and get a free reading, okay? Or throughout the week. Unrequited love is coming across as maybe there was a love that was one-sided, okay? Whether it was someone went to war, whether it was that something happened here, something was cut short. Or it could have been some scenario here, but some love was not given back, whether it was because of a situation, circumstance, or event, or it's because something happened to someone and you weren't able to fill that void. There's food and hunger here. This could be literally talking about some type of food and hunger situation in a place, a situation, a past life. Or this could be the starving of the love that was not given or received in a past life that has traveled with you to this lifetime. And there is a need to try to figure out how you can resolve that storyline. So whether the unrequited love was a rejection, whether the unrequited love was someone passed away, whether that was family, friends, loved one, a partner, a husband, a wife, children, that, okay, there could have been that type of like abandonment in love. That's the energy that I'm getting here. And that's the inner spiritual hunger that has been resonating here for you in this lifetime in other ways. Okay. There may be an affinity or some type of connection here to Middle East. Okay. Doesn't have to, but it could, as Egypt is in the Middle East. Okay. Or an ancient civilization. Ooh. Okay. And for whatever reason, there's something here about needing to close that chapter so that you can open another chapter. So I just read here, you said I had a past life reading done before. This is making great sense. Okay, great. So when I'm done with this reading, because this is what I'm doing, I'm tapping into that past life. Later when I'm done, let me know what resonated from that reading that you had with someone else and this reading that you're having with me right now. Okay? Because I want to see what, because if it's, I don't want to know beforehand, as always, you know, I always do these things cold. But I want to see what may be like the storyline that you got before, because it may be in parallel to the storyline that you're getting now. Because for whatever reason, your guides are like, this is what we're doing. So I'm like, okay, give me more unrequited love. Actually, hold on a second. You're telling me I'm using the wrong deck. Give me a second. Oh, man, I wasn't ready. But I'm ready now. Hold on. Oh, where is that? There's a new deck. Oh, fantastic. Where is it? Where are you? Give me a second. I'm trying to get the specific deck. And then I'm seeing in my mind's eye. And it's a new deck, by the way, so I know it's here. I just wasn't expecting to use it, so I don't have it handy. Oh. All right. Pardon the big climactic pause here, but I needed to get this deck. All right, unrequited love. Oh, this did a peekaboo. See? Despair. That did a little peekaboo there. Yeah. There's something very much connected to either, like I said, an unrequited love And it doesn't have to be love life. It could be like literally like family. It could be connected here in that way. So I'm getting desperate. Yeah. There's something about the soul contract and the soul lesson that needs to be cleared. Yeah. Main female. It may have been connected to like a mother figure in this past life, or you may have been the person, either you were, I don't know, gender, whatever, take it as it may resonate. The other person could have been a female, or you could have been a female. So the unrequited love could have been you as a female didn't get it from another person, or vice versa. There was a female here that didn't give you that love, or that unrequited love. It wasn't, and there wasn't a fair exchange here. It could be very much close to family. So it could have been, you could have been the wife, the husband, the mother, or you could have been the child. It's coming across as family related. Okay. So it could have been with family, or it could have been very much connected to children, or the unrequited love of a past love life, like a soulmate. Something stood up. It's not, and again, the soulmate maybe didn't return from war, didn't return, or they left and then never came back, or maybe there's a being forced in a marriage here, marrying another person, not marrying the person that you wanted to marry, but it's some type of storyline with unrequited love. Let's see what we get here with Egypt. Because I was getting ancient civilization. Actually, I'm being told not to. Okay, so this one is for something else. Okay. All right, so give me more on this. The food and hunger. Yeah, it's like the starving of love in some way, in some capacity. You could have lost. There could have been a loss here due to famine. But also, I'm feeling here that the hunger is like a love hunger that wasn't fulfilled. Like there's a void having to do with the heart, with love. All right, let's see. Give me more. Thoughts. Yeah. Yeah, thoughts. Imprisonment. Yeah. There could have been here thinking a lot about someone. Yeah, like there was someone. I like I said, it could have been also, like I said before, this energy of like you being a healer and being imprisoned in some way, shape, or form, being away from the people that you loved. And so therefore you were either starved in love or starved because of some type of imprisonment. Now the imprisonment could be physically in a physical sort of jail, or the imprisonment could have been that you felt trapped in the sense of like wanting to kind of fill this void in you that wasn't filled. Okay. And there was a lot of thoughts here connected to someone. And there goes the female again. And there's a male. So either you thinking about someone or someone thinking about you. That's the storyline that I'm getting. The food and the hunger could actually be like literal famine. And the imprisonment could be caught in a situation, in an environment where you felt trapped, and the starving of the love that you wanted to either fill or rekindle here or have. But whatever this was, it caused you a lot of pain, a lot of sadness. And that may be here why in your reading, saying goodbye, especially today, it says soul contracts and lessons. the people who trigger you the most are often the greatest spiritual teachers. There may be some things in this lifetime that this storyline may have come up and may have caused a lot of great disappointment in you. And it's like it's deeper than maybe any other disappointment because it connects here to a past life, is how this is coming across. So kind of like letting go of this energy by healing your heart chakra, by meditation, by the Ho'oponopono prayer. Okay. And that's perhaps the reason why it's coming through. And the reason why it's coming through today is, number one, it's the last day of 2025. So it makes sense. And 2025 is the cycle of 9. So we're closing a chapter here. And there could have been something that in the past 9 years, you could have noticed that is similar to what's coming through here. So, I'm getting that. Give me more on this location here. Give me location. More on location here. So I wouldn't be surprised if in 2026 you're like start looking and delving into. Let's see, location. What do we have here? See, I'm getting location here. I'm getting Mexico. Again, you're getting Mexico and you're getting Egypt. There's something here about an ancient civilization or indigenous roots. Again, so it's not the first time. It came in before, so that was once. It came in a second time with Egypt. It's coming across with Mexico. Okay. So let's see here. Let me see. What could be the potential trauma or regret in this past life? What could be the potential trauma or regret in this past life that's coming through in this reading? Let's see what's coming through. Okay. Trauma could have been some type of physical or some other abuse. Okay, so that's one. Let me see if I get another. Is there something here? It could have been discrimination. As I said at the top of the reading, I said that maybe there is this kind of storyline here that you were very spiritual or a shaman or an energy healer. So there could have been here some type of discrimination. Oops, something came up. Let's see. Wow, look at that. You have here asteroid. Interesting. That just flipped out of the deck. I don't know if you saw that. Have asteroid. This could be, again, some type of galactic starseed situation. Ancient, I don't know. Ancient. And that just flipped over by itself. So you have asteroid here. Okay. So this could be like some ancient civilization dealing with something galactic. But let's go here with location. Location, jungle. Okay, so I'm getting here to jungle. So there could have been a lot of vegetation or trees or forest or jungle. And I got here asteroid. So again, there could be here a very big connection here to a place that was lush in forests, in nature. It could have been very, very beautiful. Very interesting. All right, I'm going to do 2 more cards here. And this time I want to focus on, look at that, rural living. Rural living came out. Rural living. Show me, let's see, what do we, show me the, show me love here. What storyline here with love? Give me more. Show me here the connection. More details with love here. Okay, so I said give me more information with love, and this is what came out. World War. Okay. Now, let's see what the love says here. Love. You may have been waiting for someone. Remember that you have the imprisonment card there. Someone could have been in jail. Someone could have been put away. You could have been put away. Maybe the person that you loved was put away. And maybe there was a very big love storyline here between you and this person in this past life. And it was so deep and you were so in love with this person that you just decided, like, if it wasn't that person, you weren't going to allow yourself to open up to love at all if it wasn't with that person. So that's one. And you may have chosen to be a, like I said, Spencer here, but you may have chosen that after that heartbreak or situation, circumstance or event, you may have decided, like, I'm done. I'm no longer looking at love in that way again. Like, I'm not, if it's not that person, I'm just heartbroken. Give me more. So we have this one that just flipped over. Let's see what it said. Oh, this one's blank. That's telling me that there was something left. This chapter wasn't closed. That chapter wasn't closed. That's why it's coming up in this reading in 2025 with the number 9, which is about completion. Because there's a storyline here that this wasn't closed. It's still open here in an energetic way for you to change something. So whatever may have happened in this past life, you're giving an opportunity in this lifetime to make it better, to correct it, to let go of that hurt so that you can open yourself up to new opportunities. Okay, what is this? Revolution. Now, what is this saying in regards to love, though? Because that's what I want to know. See? That's what it says there. I don't want to say it because I don't want to get flagged, but this is talking about like I don't feel like you were open to other people. Okay, let's see something. What was the trauma? What was the potential trauma? Oh, I said trauma, and look, insanity came up. So what is the trauma that we're looking at here in this past life? Wow, the trauma could be poverty. Again, like I said, the hunger for. So whether this was a hunger for, like I said, there was something here about famine. The hunger of famine. The hunger of freedom. Or the hunger of unrequited love. Again, the void that was left behind. So you're getting the trauma as poverty. Give me one more in regards to trauma. Wisdom keeper. I'm telling you, you were intuitive in that lifetime. The trauma here, oppression. You were oppressed either because of your spirituality or because of who you loved. So oppression. And it comes here with wisdom keeper. So there's a certain sense of remembrance here and having to do with this lifetime connected to this. Very, very interesting reading. How are your guides helping you through this journey, through this closing of this chapter? Because you got to close this up here. So there's this energy here of you needing to work on your heart chakra, allow yourself to kind of like let go of the residual energy that could be connected to that soul contract. I might actually do an affirmation about soul contracts, like cutting old soul contracts, so that very interesting, because I was wondering what other one I was going to do, but I guess this one will be a good one to do. Okay, let's see how your guides are guiding you along the way with this. Your guides are healing the earth, love, humility, respect. They're helping you heal this storyline in this lifetime. I said this before, but it came through again. See? That's why it's coming up here in 2020 for 2025. What are other ways that your guides are showing you? See, that's why you're healing this. You need to continue to heal this energy here. They're sending you a lot of love. They're helping you get aligned with the right people to give you the right messages. And that may be the reason why they came through here in this reading for you. All right, let's see what else. Fairy energy, growth, expansion, flowering. You may get some type of downloads, or again, connecting with the right people to shed light into this storyline that needs to be uncovered, learned more about, for you to connect the dots. Okay. Last but not least, because I was getting a lot of that indigenous energy, let's see what is the last and final card for you. Healing Journey 111. I hope these messages have been insightful. If you can please just write how these messages may have resonated with the other past life kind of storyline that you may have gotten. If you don't want to do it here on YouTube, you can always reach out to me on lexatarot@gmail.com if you want to get into more specifics. But in the meantime, I'm going to close the reading with this reading here for you. What do you need to redirect yourself towards and in this new year? So let's see the redirection. Giraffe, visionary. Listen carefully, because this is the message for you for 2026 in regards to helping you kind of move in that direction of higher consciousness and connecting the dots. First of all, giraffes are about seeing things from a higher perspective. Okay, so being able to see the aerial view of something here, how this past life or soul contracts may connect in some way, shape, or form to this lifetime. So that's number one. Number two, I'm getting strong bonds with friends, family, loved ones are super important in this lifetime, maybe even super important in 2026 as well. Giraffe says visionary. It says rise above earthly matters. Now, what makes this super interesting is because I asked your guides, well, how are they helping you through closing this chapter having to do with soul contracts and lesson in past lives? And sure enough, this message came through, which is healing you on earth And you're also getting that message here with a whole different deck. So there's something about you healing yourself in this lifetime on Earth, and very much connected to nature as well. Okay. So nature could be very, very important, because remember, you got jungle there. So there's something, and you're also getting jungle here with this scenery, like African jungles, safari, that type of energy. Okay. So there you go. It says, rise above earthly matters, glide through life with grace. You're able to see the right path. You're intuitive. Remember, you have that from other lifetimes, because it also came up here. Wisdom keeper. Like I said, you may have been a shaman, high priestess, or something like that. It says, stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. Wow. All right. So Healing Journey 1111. I hope these messages have been insightful. I'm very curious if you would like to just send me an email through lexatarot@gmail.com and let me know how this past life reading that came through for you today may be very much connected to other past life readings that you have had. That being said, take care. And for all of you who were here, especially Ascending Universal Butterfly, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your loyalty, and your support, for giving back to the channel in the ways that you are able to, for your super chats, your super stickers, and of course, sharing my YouTube channel link with like-minded souls. That being said, intuitive friends, take care, and I hope to see you next time in the new year. Have a happy new year, intuitive friends. I will see you back. If I don't come back later to do more readings for the collective, then I will see you back in the new year in 2026. Have a good one. Don't forget, cleanse your energy, meditate. I'm going to be working on the affirmations of the divine counterpart. So if you're interested in learning more about that, don't forget to come back and start using that starting later today. Take care, intuitive friends. Thank you so much, Butterfly. And I'll see you guys during the new year. Bye-bye.